and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Thursday. Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. There is a rule, Strofe. If you're going to dance awkwardly, make sure it is on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Look at that rhythm from our guy. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer Backer looking stylish today. Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Woo! Boy, I'm about to send y'all a video about AI. Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your job.
Oh, wow.
Computer coming for it.
That's not what we're going to talk about today. It's not on the agenda. Maybe Wheel of Strofe if he wants to give Kyle some time to go off about AI.
He should do Wheel of Strofe with AI, and we can start replacing Strofe.
Probably.
Oh, wow.
Better pay for that show. Better pay for more than a digital show.
Oh, God. We could just tell an AI to change its opinion every other sentence.
That's what makes
Would AI have taken David Kaplan's bet with Kyle Wallace?
You my biggest op.
I think Kyle is the first radio host in the history of radio to allow somebody else come onto their show, propose a bet, and decline
No,
it.
he didn't propose the bet. No, my biggest op proposed the bet. Ben Brust is the one that proposed the bet.
My biggest op.
Yeah, you the biggest op.
You allowed an actual op, to come on the show and clown you.
My biggest op is my co-host who proposed
You look
the
like
idea.
a wuss. You look like
it was a
giant
great
wuss.
idea, and you were turned out as a wuss, so I might be an op, but I'm not the one that KBN Nation was upset with for not taking the bet.
And then you bring it up today. He's my biggest op.
Has the paperwork been signed and filed?
Of course not. They're not. I told y'all they're not going to do anything because that's
you
what they do.
you threw a fit, and it didn't become fun.
I told his co-host that exactly what it was. I spoke to his co-host Jay Hood today. I joined Under the Hood little podcast he got, and he said his guy is pretty crazy. But I'm telling y'all, he ain't about that life.
He is crazy.
It was a setup.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Where Liz is more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And it's funny, I think if this is live, yeah, it is live. The ESPN Madison thumbnail on YouTube has Scalzo and Brust.
Oh, wow.
So you might be confused there, but that's where you can find us on ESPN Madison's YouTube. Brad, it sounds like you want to jump in with something that happened to us today, or I guess I did.
Yeah, I would love to. You know, it's amazing if you follow Ben Brust around long enough what kind of shenanigans he is up to. Now, we had a partner come in, a great partner who we love here at Good Karma Brands. They were coming on him, and Ben had an idea. He helped them into the building, so pat on the back for Ben for helping them into the building, figure out the parking structure. But then he got this brilliant idea in his head that, you know what? As they're working their way up, I'm going to hide between two cars and pop out and scare them. And these happen to be three ladies. These happen to be three ladies walking through. Yeah. So in a parking garage, Ben is behind cars recording it, and he kind of waits for them to get a little closer, then pops out recording it and goes, and tries to scare them as they walk in. And of course, this kicks off, obviously, a planning meeting and the whole thing. And all they can talk about, all we can think about is the fact that Ben Brust just tried to lure them in to just scare them as a welcome into Good Karma Brands. Meanwhile...
Oh, no, I forgot about this part.
Meanwhile... few months ago. We take security seriously here at Good Karma Brands and the Avenue.
We do.
Oh,
and
we
Kyle,
do.
Do you remember who led that meeting? Who was the main driver of leading the meeting to make sure that we were safe and secure here at Good Karma Brands and at the Avenue?
I believe, wasn't it his beautiful and wonderful wife?
His
My wife.
beautiful and wonderful wife was the one that was spearheading the effort, making sure we take it seriously. And here's Ben Brust purposely frightening three ladies, wonderful partners, as they walked into our building. Ben, do you have anything you want to say about yourself?
I stand by all of my actions.
Were they
because part of the meeting that my wife led about security in office buildings in this parking lot where unfortunately some bad things have happened is always being aware of your surroundings. And so because they were unaware and they were just talking and not focused on anything around them, I taught them a lesson.
You are the biggest douchebag I know. You're going to sit here and try to turn it and put it on them since they weren't paying attention and start the conversation off with, there's some bad things that happened here. So since, bro, what? You are sick. Were they startled? Were they scared? Were they nervous?
Yes. The video reveals that they were quite frightened indeed.
Why would you do that to these women? It's a rough world out here for women, and here we go.
And now next time when they're in the parking lot, they're going to be on their P's and Q's.
What would have happened if next time they're ready and they had pepper spray?
Yeah, I wish they would have just
right in your face.
It would have well
that would have been great. I would be doing the show with my eyes closed right now.
That is crazy.
What is your beautiful wife going to say about this? Because
I'm hoping it's not going to get back to her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it will.
It will. It will.
Because her message was clear. It was clear and it was delivered. Now the question was it received, Ben?
It was received. I just,
not
me.
you.
Again.
If there's one person around here that thinks he's above rules,
It's Ben Brust.
he's sitting in that chair right there.
It is Ben Brust. Ben Brust, I'll tell you, that guy, he knows.
That guy? I'm right here.
That guy knows exactly whose butt to kiss in order to get to the top. He came here to Good Karma Brands, and he said, ooh, that one looks like she's going somewhere. Come here. Let me make you my wife. And then he comes to Good Karma Brands, and he
You
finds
think I courted my wife based off success?
You sure did. Yes, you did. You said, she's close.
Sounds like a heady play if you ask me.
He said, Grant Scouser, that guy's going somewhere. Let me get behind him.
Let me ride those coattails.
Come on, Kyle.
Fair point.
Let me ride those coattails. He'll be a market manager someday. And then
all it took was a couple years.
And then I'll be able to do whatever I want, like scare partners in the parking garage.
Don't hate
no
the player,
retribution.
hate the game.
Imagine one of our other MCs scared partners like that. Only Ben can get away with that. He has somehow.
What's so funny is Greg joined lunch, which was lovely, right? The big boss man come downstairs and he joined lunch, and the story came up, and all Greg could do was like a painful smile. He never once did he say, Ben, we need to talk in my office. Don't do that again. He didn't even reprimand Ben whatsoever.
I do have a meeting on my calendar for tomorrow.
That came up recently?
Okay. HR and safety training.
Yeah, there it is. Good. You need it.
All right, well, I'm moving on from this. It's gotten too real quick. What's the KBN Sports Desk?
We've got a personal talk and text line text from Steve Scafidi of 620 WTMJ, and you can hear him on home games on Green Bay game day ahead of every Packers game. He says, anybody but Ben Brust does that. It's a half-hour meeting with HR.
Then we all get it. I'm glad I'm 2026. Since you wanted to be my op to start 2026, my goal in 2026 is expose Ben Brust. Expose him. Thank you.
Okay, let's slow down a second. You wouldn't take a bet of a jersey because you're so soft.
Exposed is not the right word for Ben Brust. It's more so we need to make sure he has the same expectations as everybody else.
Yeah, because we know that in every business, everyone has the same expectations. You say it, but it doesn't mean you're living by it.
My God.
It says the guy that with different expectations.
Right.
My point is you are viewed internally.
Oh,
by
that's
the
real
higher-ups.
rich from the guy who shows up at noon every day.
Now he's lashing out.
Yeah, you want to play this
Look
game?
at my job responsibilities.
I'll play this
Look
game.
at my job
I'll
responsibilities.
play this game.
That's not his fault that he signed a contract
Yeah,
like that.
I've got a contract.
Yeah, your agreement was a little bit different.
Different expectations, right, Ben?
Speaking of job responsibilities, I got an email today that said, "Hey, can you list off all your responsibilities in a week?" Am I getting fired?
Wait, what was it?
I got an email that said, "Hey, can you just tell me every one of your responsibilities that you handle within a week?"
From who?
Somebody much higher than me.
Oh, wow. Hey.
This is what they did in Office Space, that movie. They make you validate your job.
Hey.
What exactly?
Well,
do
Kyle
you do
started
here?
with this.
Hey.
AI's taking over the job,
Hey,
so
I'm going to be real with you, Stroff. I love you.
Is it over?
Hey, I mean, the last time we heard about that, people got fired. So, good luck, buddy.
Been a pleasure, fellas.
What exactly?
It's been
do
nice
you
knowing
do
you.
here every day.
it's a Creed from The Office.
Honestly,
Yes,
if I was Stroff, you a better one than me.
What does he actually
I
do?
would feel disrespected. If anybody around here asked me what I did every single day, I'd say, I know you a damn liar.
Well, if Strofe had
I
an
know
Apple
you
Watch, we could track his steps and know that he's not actually sitting at his desk. He's just walking around meandering, making friends.
That's the thing. That's the problem with Stroff.
What's up with you today?
You guys started making me the op. I'm going to be the op on all you back.
Stop saying op.
You don't want to start this war.
You don't even know what op means. You're not allowed to say that.
I get the context.
Stroff today definitely oh, here we are.
An op is somebody who's supposed to have your best interest but actually turns on you.
That's not true. The op is the opposition. It's
Your adversary.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah. But
I tried.
Stroff today, by 11 o'clock his day, he had finished his day because he started moving around.
So
asking
shaking and
multiple
moving,
questions.
yeah.
He was downstairs, sitting in the chair
Yeah,
with his
wait, when
leg
did you
up.
get this email? Did something prompt this email?
No, I got it like 9 a.m. I'd been here for like an hour already.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you put that in your email that you were here at 8 o'clock today.
Thursday's my early day.
Yeah, they're gonna actually. I heard we're doing a deep dive into when people swipe their phone to check in. So there's timestamps for when Alex Strofe is actually here, and if it'll match up to his email. So there's a lot of things going around internally that make sure your email is true and buttoned up.
What was I doing?
Is there really?
Bro, you were sitting.
Yeah,
in
there
that
is. I'm not
chair.
saying we're actually doing that. I'm just saying that for Strofe.
I was waiting to do my hit on WTMJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, another responsibility that's not in your job description, so you can say that you're doing more things to make yourself more valuable.
What's he doing right now? What's
Well,
his job?
Kyle turned on me. I'm turning on everybody else.
When a hit dog will holler, and he's hollering right now.
You know, it's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure Kyle does a show on Sundays that he doesn't get paid for, so he can kiss up to the CEO, Craig Karmazin.
You think I do that show to kiss
FaceTime?
ass?
Yes! That's the only reason why you would do a show
Hell
not to get paid with the CEO.
I'd do
If it
that.
was anybody but Craig Karmazin, you would not be doing Sunday
No,
Karma.
not true.
If
Not
it-
true at all. Craig Karmazin is barely there, is he not?
If it was Sunday Karma strictly with Alex Strofe, would you be the producer still?
I would still be the producer.
I don't buy that for
I
one
would
second.
be. I would be.
His time showing up would diminish.
No, hand up.
Already
full,
has.
Full honesty. Full honesty. When Kyle Wallace, if I get blessed with children, that's when I leave the show.
Wow.
Wow, you just
Okay.
declared
All
that.
right, well.
You're not going to add that in negotiation.
Glad he put that out in the
No,
world,
what-
so when people ask about his job description,
Wait a
we
minute,
can
wait a
know
minute.
that Sunday Karma's going to have an opening once there's a child.
How can you fire a volunteer? How you get mad at a volunteer? I am volunteering.
And you're
every
gonna be
Sunday.
voluntold.
On that show. What you mean?
You're going to be voluntold you're off the show.
I'm volunteering to show up every Sunday because I love talking on the radio. I really do. It's part of my routine. But once I got kids,
I love it. I really do, I swear.
I know. I for real. I don't.
A
miss the
high-pitched
show.
Kyle, he doesn't actually love what he does.
I don't miss the show unless I'm on vacation somewhere or something. I got to be somewhere else.
All right.
I love being there.
I love that we all got some things off our chest here, but
was
there
quite a
is
way to
some
start.
interesting
I
stuff
didn't
from Mike
love it.
Florio right now.
I didn't love it.
It seems like you're the only one that got stuff off your chest.
I did not love that at
What are
all.
you talking about? You called me an op, and then I turned it on you guys.
Yeah, you were out because the first thing you said to the show was, "Man, Kyle Wallace who didn't put on a jersey."
Yeah, it was soft. I'm going to give my opinion. That's what I'm paid to do. And
that
say
is accurate.
it was soft that you didn't take the bet.
That was yesterday.
He's right about that, but I don't know why he had to come at me and Brad. That just seemed unnecessary.
Oh, just we're a team, you know? So one team,
Everyone
all
gets a
team,
little
or no
stray.
team.
He just mad because HR put something on his calendar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mike Florio's talking about John Harbaugh to the Green Bay Packers as somebody
What's his
that
name?
I can't say Harbaugh. There it is.
Okay, so what's his name?
John Harbaugh.
Pretty good.
But like it doesn't feel natural, right? It
You gotta emphasize it. Right?
John
Like,
Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
Ball.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It doesn't.
John
roll
Harbaugh.
off the
An
tongue.
R and a ba, like those next to it's
John
very
Harbaugh.
strange consonants to put together.
There it is.
Isn't
See,
it?
Brad?
John Harbaugh.
Who uses consonants in a day-to-day sentence other than
Mike Florio thinks the Packers are eyeing John Harbaugh. We hit that next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? But I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Faison who rises up, throws it down. Faison Fields is a man possessed.
Faison Fields and the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team take on Northern Kentucky this Friday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at Panther Arena. From clutch three-pointers to rim-rattling dunks to game-changing blocks, you'll experience all the action. Ticket prices start at just $23. Help tilt the floor this Friday at 7. Visit MKEPanthers.com for tickets. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
As of Thursday morning, there's 8 head coaching vacancies in the NFL following the conclusion of the regular season. A popular name to fill one of those slots, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, who told reporters Wednesday, right now, it's all about the green and gold, at least until the season comes to a close.
I'm just honored to be in those. I think right now with all that stuff, it can be a distraction, so I'm trying to lock in on these playoffs and do the best that we can, and then whenever that time comes, we'll figure it out and go from there.
For now, Hafley's focus is on what was the NFL's third best rushing offense in the Chicago Bears.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal and Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal and Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin. Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust Nortman with you, KBN Nation, 800-990-3776 at the Carbless Talk and Text line. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And I think I might have been wrong, but we don't know. Because John Harbaugh is no longer the head coach of the Ravens, and there is the Matt LaFleur conversation, but it became a little bit more real when Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk put out an article, and it basically lays out, a team and another team, and one of them is the Packers. Two teams to watch for John Harbaugh. Around the league, people are watching the Bills and the Packers. Obviously, with new team president, Ed Policy's made it clear the decision will be made after the season on Matt LaFleur getting a new contract. Policy doesn't like the lame duck agreements. Again, it doesn't mean he has to do that, but he did say that. So less than 2 weeks ago, Policy saw what Harbaugh did to the team at Lambeau Field and is probably thinking to himself, all right, well, that's a guy who's won a Super Bowl. He's been with the same franchise for a long time. So when I bring that up, I do think it's a little bit more valid if amongst league circles, they're talking about the link between Harbaugh and the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Florio is a true Big J journalist, so that goes from us talking about the hypothetical of it to people actually keeping their pulse on the matter. And I don't think it's going to change anything. I don't think Matt LaFleur is going to get fired for John Harbaugh. I think he's going to get scooped up in no time. However, just the fact that there is rumblings, there's rumors, there's smoke.
I was going to ask about the timing, like right before on a Thursday that you play a playoff game in which you can win that game. It's not like you're like 10-point dogs like Carolina against the Rams. You've played the Bears twice very well except for the end of the second game. And also, the season isn't over. If they go on a run, they're not going to walk not saying it's going to be easy to go on a run. It's just like, I don't know. If you're a coach, going back to the locker room, like I know Rivera had his ups and downs in many places. This ever happened to you right before a big game?
Well, gosh, not like this. No, I mean, for the fact that you'd be in the playoffs and there'd be rumors of your coach getting fired or being replaced, I mean, that's fairly unheard of. Now, it was part of the storyline between Tomlin and Harbaugh in that Week 18 matchup. But even if you talk to Bills fans, I mean, Sean McDermott, that's my guy. He was the D coordinator in Carolina. It's amazing what he's done, but there's been some dissatisfaction because of what he's not been able to do in the playoffs. So it will reveal two things it tells me. One, it tells me that there is a little level of dissatisfaction for the Green Bay Packers. I don't think it's going to result in any true action. I don't think Matt LaFleur is going to get fired. I don't think John Harbaugh is going to get hired. I just don't think the stars will align timing-wise for it to happen. But it says that if you're in a relationship and you're starting to like look around elsewhere, it tells me that there's a level of dissatisfaction. So it tells me that Matt LaFleur needs to prove them something. He needs to prove Ed Policy something, be it this playoff run, and maybe he does go into next season as a lame duck on his last deal. Maybe he's not ready to give him that extension. That's number one. Number two, it will be very interesting how this Green Bay Packer team comes out on Saturday night. Every single time Coach Rivera's name was in the papers, in the media, might get fired, everybody rose to the occasion, said, nope, not our head coach, because we loved Coach Rivera. We wanted him to stick around. We didn't want that a level of upheaval. So every time that happened, it kicked off a winning streak. It kicked off a little bit of a revival inside the locker room, and it showed up on the field. My question will be, will the Packers show up on the field? Because the Packers are the better team. They should win the game. That's my expectation. They would have to give the Bears the game to some degree. So will these players step up, rise to the occasion, and actually have their coaches back? If they do that, it's a sign to me that Matt LaFleur still has the locker room, still has the coach's ears. If they come out flat, if they come out like they did against Baltimore, boy, that tells me everything I need to know.
If the Bears score 40-plus points, I don't care how their defense is laid out right now. It's just, I mean, there it is. It's the 5 straight losses and the way you lost in the playoffs with 3 straight 7 seeds and the playoff record. Like, it's a new president. He's given that open door to have a real reason as to why he can move on, whether you agree with it or not.
And I don't think anyone would argue that if the playoff showing is that bad. And I think it would be reflective of what the players think of Matt LaFleur.
How about the Packer backer? Where are you? I know you said yesterday, love the one you with, and I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're still there.
No, this is Florio just talking. He's just saying stuff. It isn't factual. He was just going through what 2 teams that he thinks may be the ones that may want to look into.
Are you in league circles?
Moving on. Yeah, I don't believe anything that he is saying. He is just writing something to get a little bit of news, to get headlines, to get people like us talking. I'm telling y'all this.
He did choose 2 very interesting teams where it's like they keep making the playoffs, and Harbaugh's won a Super Bowl, so it is the perfect conversation starter of an NFC and AFC team that are trying to break through more than they've done.
Exactly. Who maybe you can talk about. It's been a while since they've been able to make that breakthrough. But if you look at other playoff teams, I mean, if you're the Carolina Panthers and you have a chance to get a guy like Harbaugh with that young team, you take that. If you're a guy like maybe the Eagles, who have, with Nick Sirianni, yes, he won a Super Bowl, but there has been stress 2 of the 3 years that the last 3 years, they have issues in that locker room with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe they want some more stability. But I don't believe for one second that Ed Policy, in his first season as the president of the Packers, that he is making phone calls multiple days before a playoff game where the Green Bay Packers have an opportunity to win on Saturday. And then we'll get to talking about what happens next. But the Packers aren't just dead and out of it when it comes to Seattle. I do not believe for one second a phone call was made or Ed Policy is even considering firing Matt LaFleur to hire John Harbaugh. This is a whole bunch of fugazi mess that came out of left field. It's not true.
Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. This is more. Rob in Sussex, your thoughts on what you think Ed Policy is going to do?
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
I think what's going to happen is Policy's a businessman. And I think I'd love to see LaFleur stay, but I think what's going to happen, and this is after listening to Gabe and Chewy with Adam Schefter yesterday, that I think what's going to happen is Policy is going to offer him a contract. And I think he's probably going to say it's not enough. And I think Policy has a backup plan if he's a good businessman. I think what he would probably turn around and do and offer Hafley the head coaching job, see if he can get draft capital for LaFleur, which I think he could because of how good LaFleur is, and then bring somebody on for offensive coordinator like Stefanski or Kingsbury or Brian Daboll, and then bring Joe Witt or Jim Schwartz on as his defensive coordinator.
Look, Rob, if Matt LaFleur is that good to be able to trade for picks, then like it's just so weird to get rid of him. And again, John Harbaugh has won a Super
get rid
Bowl.
Of him. He said that he offers him a contract.
I know on that situation, but again, we're still talking about this situation in a way that he's like not done anything with the rest of the season, right? I can have that conversation Monday if they lose. We're just too hypothetical right now. Yeah. It continues to show the belief that fans have in this team. And Matt LaFleur, if he's that good, then you should think that he's that good to be able to beat the Bears and be competitive against the Seattle Seahawks. I guess like we keep looking too far ahead. And I know that's what you have to do when this report comes out, but it just, everyone keeps doing the assuming a loss right now.
Everybody needs to cut the damn malarkey. Cut the malarkey. It ain't happening. Matt LaFleur standing right here in Green Bay.
Even if it's a bad loss, because those are the scenarios you have to play out, right?
Yeah.
Because if Ed Policy wakes up Sunday morning after a loss and says, you know what? We can't have that in Green Bay. We got to change directions. It wouldn't be a huge shock.
If they
would
lose 44-21, then yes, the conversation should be had. Because that would be absolutely embarrassing to allow that team to score that amount of points. It would be absolutely embarrassing if our team was only able to score 21 points with Jordan Love being your franchise quarterback and your offense actually getting as healthy as it has been in weeks. That would be a shame, and the conversation should be had. But that will not happen. We are not getting blown out on Saturday.
And then also in the scenario in which they lose and Matt LaFleur doesn't take again, I have to go so many levels here. Matt LaFleur doesn't get the contract and then Hafley becomes the coordinator. No, you don't just give Hafley the coordinator job. You have Jordan Love and Micah Parsons. You open that thing up and you make Hafley earn it against this big pool of potential coaches that would line up for the opportunity to be in Green Bay with Jordan Love and Micah Parsons.
Well, that's why I think that if they do make a change, I don't think they would just elevate Jeff Hafley. I do think Hafley is going to be ready to be a head coach, and I actually think he's going to be hired in the next cycle. But you only fire LaFleur for someone you are absolutely 100% certain on, right? Because we know Matt LaFleur can provide winning records in the regular season, get you to the playoff, maybe win a game or two. We're just not sure he can get you actually to the Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl. So that's why if you do fire him, it has to be a home run, Hall of Fame, first ballot type of hire, and that's where John Harbaugh gets interesting. I don't think Hafley, he's an unknown commodity as a head coach. He's been in the locker room as a coordinator, so now he's head coach. I don't know.
Why would he elevate the team more than Matt LaFleur?
Yeah,
that's the hard thing I have with the whole, just make Hafley the head coach. No.
Yeah.
Make him earn it.
I just don't think right now is the time to restart. I really don't. I saw enough throughout this season early on to know that this team is headed in the right direction, and I don't think now is the time to have a fresh start. I'm talking now, next year I think will be a huge year for this organization, be a huge year for Matt LaFleur, because year 4, Jordan Love starting, I fully expect for this team to truly make a run to the Super Bowl, and as I expected this year. If something happens next year, then you can talk about, well, sometimes luck just runs out.
Yeah, again, I do. As much as I've been giving you flack, I do agree that there have been some injuries that I know we compare a lot recently to the San Francisco 49ers, but the difference being is when Denver game happened, it's not like it was like week 2 or week 3 when you lost Micah Parsons. It was at your peak of a team. You were winning at halftime after winning 3 straight games in the division.
4 straight games in a row.
Jordan Love was playing at his best level throughout what we've seen since probably the end of 2023. And again, you can still put some of this, as Brad has talked about, on Matt LaFleur from what is your culture? How are you going to respond? I guess we're going to find out even more with a lot of the noise going around about Harbaugh of how are they going to respond for their coach come Saturday at 7 p.m. And a perfect time right now to be joined by Rob Demovsky coming up next, ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Packers. Rob's going to tell it how it is. So I want to get to Rob right now, coming up next on Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust Nortman.
I'm with you on moving on.
Yeah, move on. Like a bad relationship.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Owe the IRS $10,000 or more in business or personal back taxes? Call the Tax Doctor now. Learn how to pay the IRS less. 800-430-3062. 800-430-3062.
It's a new year, and everyone's talking resolutions. Eat better, move more, give up everything fun. Yeah, Carbless says you don't have to do that part, because when you reach for a Carbless, you're choosing a better-for-you cocktail. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and full of flavor, you can stay on track with your New Year's resolutions without having to commit to dry January. Start 2026 with balance, not guilt. Your goals matter, and your fun does too. Carbless, your New Year's first good decision.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There are certain organizations that can't get certain positions right. The Bears can't get a quarterback.
Bold, bald, beautiful.
I'm one small, bald man.
ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Demovsky.
To me, their window is now wide open.
On Kyle Brust Nortman.
I'm just going to read this for you, Kyle. The more I listen to KBN, the more I'm assured the only one of the three with a fully functioning brain is Kyle.
I mean,
Steve, Daryl, and Sheboygan.
Pretty accurate.
Kyle finally right about something.
Oh, thanks,
How
Mr.
about
Sheboygan.
that?
Sheboygan?
Sheboygan. 800.
Mr. Sheboygan.
Yeah,
Mr.
Kyle.
Sheboygan is me.
800-990-3776 is your Carbless Talking text line. Of course, you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We're excited now, very timely, to be joined by Rob Demovsky, ESPN on NFL Nation reporter for the Packers. Rob, what's up, man?
Well, I am nothing if not timely, Ben.
That you are, and bold, bald, and beautiful, like we say in the open. So, just going to lay out a couple things, and then you're going to do your best to make it digestible.
Okay.
Florio on Packers being involved with potentially Harbaugh, the timing of that, the policy comments of Lame Duck, which we've talked about. How do you put all this together on a Thursday before a playoff game? Just a lot to take in before you're playing a division rival.
Yeah, I didn't see the Florio thing because I don't read that guy.
And that is, I was going to ask you that as well right away. Of like, as a big J yourself, like where do you land on the trusting Florio scale?
Ooh,
yeah, I mean, no, I'm sure he's got decent info, but I don't. It's just not my kind of guy. He and I have had some issues over the years, so I try not to read him. But so he reported that the Packers are interested in Harbaugh. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so the Bills and the Packers are linked amongst league circles.
He claimed that there's two playoff teams. There are two playoff teams. Those are the two teams. League circle.
Yeah, I actually asked some people around here about Packers contacting anyone, and the person said to me, "Do you really think we would contact someone the week of a playoff game? Because that stuff is going to get out."
Rob. Yeah, right from the source.
See, Rob, you own to something.
Yeah. I mean, because everybody here knows.
To the point, that's actually all we need.
Yeah. But I was just say everyone knows that whatever you do in the league gets out. It's not going to be secret. So, like I said, the person said, "Are you serious? Like, think we would actually do that the week of a playoff game, and we think we got a chance here to make a run?"
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
We do have breaking news here. If you're interested, the injury report: 6 players questionable. Zach Tom, Javon Bullard, Dontavion Wicks, Malik Willis, linebacker Nick Neiman, who actually I don't even know if he's on the 53 yet, and Warren Brinson, all questionable.
Oh, so
Evan
Javon
Williams and Zach Tom is a little concerning.
He said, I miss Evan. Javon Bullard got hurt last game.
No, not Evan Williams.
Evan Williams, excuse me.
Yeah,
Javon Bullard got hurt
Bullard.
the last game. And Zach Tom, do you feel, because Zach Tom had a rest day today, correct?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think Bullard's going to be fine. I've talked to him a couple of times since the game. The Zach Tom thing is, I think, a little bit of a concerning thing here and an issue. Yesterday, Zach Tom was like, I feel good, but not great. He, see what he said. I'm not great, but better. He said this was yesterday. Too early to tell. I've got to see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Tomorrow being today, and they didn't practice him today, which makes you wonder if he didn't feel great today. So
is it the knee or the back?
That's a good question. I think we let one slip there, Kyle. I don't think we asked him that. I guess I just assumed it was the knee because that thing had been giving him trouble for a while, but he did have the oblique injury earlier, so I guess I don't know. Bad reporting on my part.
No. I'm just very, very curious.
Rob.
No, I think that's a very good question.
Jeff Hafley at the podium this week said some memorable things for sure. And I just want you to take your best guess. Is Jeff Hafley the defensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers in 2026, or do you think he will indeed be hired in the next cycle? Because the sound almost sounded like he was saying goodbye.
Yeah, I guess, Brad, if I have to make a prediction, I would say he's a head coach somewhere.
I mean, another job did just open in Miami. There's just a lot of job openings this year. It's like
we don't know what's going to happen here
for the league. There's like 8 teams out of 32 that have an opening.
You said we don't know what's going to happen here. You mean as in Matt LaFleur getting plucked and taken somewhere else?
Yeah, I said I didn't say he'd necessarily be somewhere else. I said he'd be a head coach. Could be somewhere else. Could be here. Who knows?
Oh wow, that's nice.
I'm not trying to imply that I know anything, but there's just a bunch of scenarios here that could play out, and any one of them is in play. Matt LaFleur getting an extension, Matt LaFleur returning and forced to coach on a 1-year deal, Matt LaFleur trying to get his way out of here, Matt LaFleur getting fired. I mean, every scenario is in play as far as I understand.
Do you think that policy has already made his decision, or do you think that this game has weight in what the decision will actually be?
I would think, Brad, that unless something that I would say this, he's probably made his decision, and the only way it changes if something drastic happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say he wanted to move on from them, and they make a run to the NFC Championship
they beat
game,
the Bears, beat Seattle. It's hard to be like, all right, you're out of here.
Right. Let's say he was planning on keeping them, and they lose, 48-3. But I think ultimately, he probably knows.
We've seen that. I think it was Arthur
I'm sure
Blank
there's some
who
negotiating.
hugged, like D'Amico Ryan, not D'Amico Ryan. Raheem Morris before the game, and then, or even after the game, and the next
after
day
the
he
game,
gone.
Yeah, no, and that's, there's other things. Like, just because he wants somebody back, there's still negotiating to be done too, right?
Yeah. No, there definitely is. But Rob, I do want to talk a little bit about Trayvon Diggs. What should fans expect from Trayvon Diggs? Could this be maybe, a little bit of a ringer, Trayvon Diggs, on Saturday for the Packers?
I don't know, Kyle, because I'm just not sure how much stock to put in the 32 or 33 snaps he played the other day. First of all, J.J. McCarthy did not have a good game. He did hit some passes to Jefferson, who ended up going over 1,000 yards in that game. But Diggs tackled well, but I can't sit here and tell you I feel good or bad about his coverage skills. I do think they're going to take a chance and play him, though. I would be surprised if Trayvon Diggs wasn't a starting outside corner tomorrow or Saturday night.
Wow,
because he did play in Carrington Valentine's spot last week, so that would be.
He did, and Carrington Valentine has been incredibly inconsistent.
Mm-hmm. I guess, especially from a run game standpoint, his tackling doesn't make you confident against the Bears. Rob Demovsky joining us here on Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Now, Rob, as we look on this Thursday, as we're getting actually very close to Saturday night, both defenses don't have a pass rush. Both defense haven't done the Bears all year against the run. The Packers since Carolina. And obviously we've talked just about why they brought Trayvon Diggs in and all that. So the defenses I can kind of call a wash. Doesn't that lead you to believe the head coaching and quarterback experience should play a huge role in why the Packers should win this game?
Well, let's not forget special teams. Man. We've seen just too many times where that's hurt them in the playoffs. The blocked punt against, was it San Francisco?
21.
And obviously the game. Yeah, and then obviously the game in Chicago with the onside kick. So here's what I think. I think whichever team avoids the catastrophic play like that, whether it's, think about the playoff game last year in Philly, opening kickoff, Keyshawn Nixon fumbles it, and they were playing, from behind basically right from the start. Those kind of things are just magnified in the playoffs because you're playing a good team. So if you make a mistake like that, they're probably going to take advantage of it. So to me, I think it is about the quarterbacks, the offensive execution, but it's also about not being, dumb, not committing a bad penalty at the wrong time. Yeah, don't be stupid, right? I think that could play a big part of it. I tried to live my life by the motto, don't be stupid. I don't always succeed.
Rob, if the Packers are going to win, I think Jordan Love needs to have a big game. I mean a big game. What's the level of concern, though, that he hasn't played in 4 weeks, and is like the level of rust that he might have? I don't think he's a rhythm quarterback. When he's in rhythm, he's good. But if he's out of rhythm, things can get kind of weird.
I have great concern about it, Brad. Because I just don't know that I can remember seeing anything quite like this. A quarterback missing that much time right before the playoffs. That said, before Jordan Love got concussed in Chicago, he was, third in the MVP odds? And I still think he had a really, really good year. And I think he had been playing well. And, the fact that Christian Watson, has seemed like he may even be better than he was before he got hurt last year. And those two have a very good connection. I don't know that I'm overly concerned. Jordan Love this week just completely discounted. He usually gives pretty long answers. And when he was asked about rust, he said, I have zero concerns. And that was it. It was very quick answer.
Good to have confidence, but obviously we'll see it out there.
Is that a guy? I guess that's a guy you definitely trust. Rob, I do want to know, just based off your experience and expertise watching so many different games and covering it for the Green Bay Packers, when you look at the last 2 games the Packers had, the Packers defense stepped up in a major way against the Bears throughout both of the games, if you ask me, until late in the fourth quarter. What can the Bears put together to actually consistently move the ball and put the ball in the end zone against the Packers? Because even though I don't trust the Packers defense all that much, they have shown up against the Bears this year.
They have. I'm trying to remember. Odunze did not play in the game at Chicago. Did he play in the game?
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to play, right? Foot injury, was full participant in practice. He's completely off the injury report. He's a bit of a handful. DJ Moore looked like he kind of limped off the last game, but he is off the injury report. I mean, they've got some weapons. They really do. But
back.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, to me, like you said, it comes down to the quarterback. Both these quarterbacks have enough weapons. I know we won't see Tucker Kraft. Obviously, haven't seen him for a while, and the tight end position has totally changed and become, more or less non-productive. But other than that, I mean, both these quarterbacks have options. To me, a playoff game where the quarterbacks are just out dueling each other and the last guy with the ball wins. I mean, those are the epic ones, right? I mean, I'm sure fans would probably rather it be a complete blowout, but when you're talking about watching 2 quarterbacks go head to head and they live up to the hype, I mean, those are the games that people remember forever.
Have you been overly impressed by Caleb Williams in the full 2 games against the Packers, though?
At times, but see, like that's the whole thing, is you just don't know. You don't know when and where it's going to happen. He'll make a throw where he misses somebody by a mile, and then he makes one of those throws where he's on the move. I can't remember. He hit one right on the right sideline.
Right side, yep.
And it was just
in my head.
It just
Cole Kmet.
Yeah. I think the Packers DB was, just barely outstretched. I think it was Evan Williams, maybe. I can't remember, but it was like, I remember it was going to his right and was on the right sideline, and you're like, how in the world did Caleb Williams fit that in there? So, to say I trust him or think he's going to do it, I think he can do it, and I think he also can't do it. So it's just a matter of when he does and when he doesn't. But certainly Jordan Love's the more consistent quarterback of the two, but that doesn't mean Caleb Williams doesn't have the spectacular in him, because I think he does.
Well, we're all going to find out together. Rob, it's a pleasure having you on today, and look forward to dissecting this all with you next week.
All right, sounds good, guys. We'll be seeing you.
That's Rob Demovsky, ESPN NFL Nation reporter. Didn't put a lot of stock in the Florio report.
Boy,
I can say that.
Why do you keep bringing up people's ops? You are the king op pin right now.
Well, wait, hold on.
He keeps bringing up.
I was addressing the news.
Just bringing up people's ops.
But you do need to bring it up again. He said, I don't like that guy, and then you kept bringing it up.
For those who are just joining us and saw the article, I wanted them to know that local reporter Rob Demovsky is not putting a lot of stock in it, which can make you focus more on the game and not the hoopla around it.
During the segment, I was researching to see if they had any public beef. The whole tush push thing earlier this year, they had opposite.
Why are you bringing this up? Why are you bringing this up?
Well,
he's bringing clarity.
I wanted to bring some clarity to the beef without asking Rob. So it seems like Rob corroborated Florio's report.
Yeah,
corroborated is opposite, right, Brad?
No, I think that means it confirms it.
Oh, never mind. They
disputed
were together then. No,
disputed.
No, it said corroborated. I thought that meant they disagreed, but means they agreed.
That means there was a report that was out by Florio, and then he confirmed.
Wait,
maybe they're harmonious now.
Wait.
Harmonious?
Golly, Brad, tell us about Carbos.
Oh, I'd love to tell you about Carbos, because I'm telling you guys, I was looking at the future football games these next 5 days. It's unbelievable, and the only way to experience that is with an ice-cold Carbless in your hand. Whether it's college football or whether it's the green and gold on Saturday night, the only way to make it an enjoyable experience is, of course, with an ice-cold Carbless in your hand. And you know what? In 2026, everyone's full of resolutions. Even I am. I want to tighten up the belt a little bit and get, dial in a little more discipline. The good part is Carbless is well aligned with all of those goals for you. It's the lighter choice and a lighter mindset for 2026. The no carbs, no sugar, no gluten, and of course, that means no guilt. It's just 100 calories, so you're not really concerned about that. And the carbonation is just oh so perfect. It's perfect. It's Goldilocks. Just enough carbonation to quench that thirst and feel like you're enjoying the full flavor that Carbless has, but not so much to upset your stomach. And speaking of flavors, boy, oh boy, there is something for everybody. Recently picked up the margarita variety pack. So for me, it might be cold outside, but I'm going to be feeling like the sun is just bearing down as I enjoy all of those delicious margarita flavors. So ring in the new year and ring in a great week of football with an ice cold Carbless in your hands.
Time now for over-under. Strofe, I think you should track our over-under record. I think that could be a fun way to add a project.
Just take the callers then.
800-990-3776. Of course, Alex doesn't want to do more work because he doesn't know if he's going to be here very long based off the email he got about his job responsibilities. Let's go caller number 12 and caller number 15 for over-under coming up next. 800-990-3776. Caller 12. You're going to get a category from Alex Strofe. And if you believe in us to get over the number that Strofe sets, we get 10 guesses to get as many right as possible. You pick over. If you're caller 15, you're just stuck on the other side. But you can decide if you're caller number 12. 800-990-3776. It's caller 12 and caller 15. 800-990-3776. More next on Kyle Brust Nortman Over Under.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
And that Alex Strofe, you look like you had something to say.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Faison who rises up, throws it down. Faison Fields is a man possessed.
Faison Fields and the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team take on Northern Kentucky this Friday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at Panther Arena. From clutch three-pointers to rim-rattling dunks to game-changing blocks, you'll experience all the action. Ticket prices start at just $23. Help tilt the floor this Friday at 7. Visit mkepanthers.com for tickets. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette picked up its first Big East win of the season, edging Xavier 66-65 at Fiserv Forum. The Golden Eagles led for more than 36 minutes, but had to hang on late, getting a huge offensive rebound and dunk from Ben Gold with 48 seconds left to secure the victory.
James penetrates in the lane, throws up a wild shot with the left hand, missed it badly again, gets his own rebound, gets to Ben Gold. He stuffs it and finished perfectly.
Marquette improved to 6-10 overall and is back at Fiserv Forum Saturday afternoon to host Villanova.
Medicare can be confusing. It can be a lot to consider when you just want medical and financial security. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance keeps it simple. You have the freedom to see any doctor in the U.S. who accepts Medicare. Planning on moving? Your plan moves with you. Can't get much simpler than that. Call Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance. The intent of this advertisement is solicitation of insurance. Contact may be made by the insurer or a licensed agent. Neither Wisconsin Physician Service Insurance Corporation nor its agents or products are connected with the federal Medicare program.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
It pretty much hurt doing anything. I couldn't ride a bicycle. You don't have your life because you don't have your mobility.
So when Patrick heard about QC Kinetics and their non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain, no waiting, he called them immediately.
There's no downtime. There's no rehab. That was the tipping point for me. I didn't have to take any drugs. I didn't have to rehab.
Before considering surgery, check out QC Kinetics all-natural treatment options that restore and repair damaged joint tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
If you have knee replacement surgery, and then the knee is not yours, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be successful.
QC Kinetics. Patients around the country are raving about the results. They're getting back their mobility, taking back their lives with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed.
Mamma mia!
Yeah. Screamin' Sicilian. So loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screaming is about.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time now for Over Under here on Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Let's get to it, Trophy.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle Brust Nortman.
This might be my favorite over under in a while. It's a weird one. I think it might be the lowest total I've ever set.
Wow, I can't wait, actually.
Caller 12, Diana and Mukwanaga.
What?
Wow.
Dirty D,
What
caller
up,
12.
Dirty D? We playing for it, right?
No, you're not. She's on the under. She asked me what
She's
shot
an
I
op.
would pick. Yeah, she's an op.
She's the right.
She's turning into a op, yes.
Caller 15, becoming a regular the last 6 months or so. Dorf in Cottage Grove. He is on the over. Shout out
Dorf
to Dorf.
or Dwarf?
Dorf, dude.
Dorf.
D-O-R-F.
Okay.
It's half of his last name, which I'm not going to reveal to you right now, but
Okay.
his nickname,
I
Dorf.
wondered what the genesis of that was.
Topic.
It's a good one. I'm looking for the last 10 one-and-done coaches in the NFL. One-and-done coaches in the NFL, the last 10. I set the over-under at 5.5. It's a low one because these guys are forgettable. They're forgettable. Who's going to be our final answerer?
Brad, hopefully when you were playing, you might remember some.
All right, Brad.
All right.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
The first one that pops in my head is Flores.
Flores was one and done.
Was
I
it
don't
Brian
think he was
Flores
one and
one
done? I don't
and
think he won. Gerard Mayo was one and done. Pete Carroll was one and done. 2 finals.
Okay, Pete Carroll final.
Pete Carroll final.
Most recent, obviously, this year.
Who was the defensive? The guy who
Wilkes was one and done
Steve
with
Wilkes.
Arizona.
Yes. Final
Steve
answer.
Wilkes final.
Steve Wilkes is the last name on this list, 2018.
Which it breaks my heart because he was a great coaching coach.
So everything else occurred from 18.
You have number 1 and number 10 right now.
Didn't we have one?
McDaniel in Vegas was 1 year. Josh McDaniel final.
Was it 1 year?
Okay, but didn't we have another one? We had one.
We did Pete Carroll, Mayo, and we did.
We didn't do Mayo.
Mayo final.
We didn't do Mayo. I said both.
You're not the final answer. That is correct. He's number 2 on
slap
this
the taste
list.
out your mouth. That's crazy.
It's true. The rules are the rules. EastWisconsin.com.
By the way, McDaniel did make it into the second season, was fired that season.
So
That's when Rich
I'm trying to
Bisaccia
remember the
became
head coach of the Houston Texans.
Any Bears coaches?
One and done.
No, they stuck
Eberflus,
around.
no.
These are more like dysfunctional organizations.
You guys are halfway there.
What about Jags or Panthers? You would know those histories.
Urban Meyer final.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer final.
That is absolutely correct. He's number 8 on this list, 2021.
Oh, no, your team's in.
And Panthers, the guy that was the head coach of the... there was a Panther one.
College coach?
His name. No, he was a... coach for the Colts for a little bit.
Head coach for the Colts? Not.
I'm not helping whatsoever.
Oh, Frank Wright.
Frank Wright. That's it. That's right.
Brad.
Frank Reich. I'll give it to you. Yep, that's 2023.
I just
That is
had
correct.
one.
You guys only need one more.
I just had
I
one.
said it too low.
Is there a Titans one?
I never thought you were going to get Steve Wilkes, but I guess I didn't realize he
Carolina
coached
guy.
for you,
He
yeah.
made it. He made it. He made it 2 years.
You should be able to get at least one more. If not
Is there a
3
Jets
more.
coach?
Jim Schwartz.
1 minute.
No, Jim was more.
Who was the? Oh my gosh, who was the coach for the?
Wasn't there one and done in Washington before?
Oh, Gruden. Gruden wasn't one and done.
I had one.
Cliff Kingsbury wasn't one and done.
You guys got a lot of guesses to use up. So I'd start firing some names.
The Cowboys didn't have it. The Chargers didn't have a one and done, I don't think.
The Raiders had multiple
30
one and dones.
seconds.
Well, Antonio Pierce.
He came during the season. He was not. He did not.
Keep guessing. Start guessing. We have 4 guesses. 30 seconds.
Not Art Snell. He was too far away. But Minnesota didn't have a one and done. Detroit didn't have a one and done. Damn, I'm trying to think of who
10,
who couldn't win a
Jets?
game.
9,
Antonio Pierce
8,
final.
7.
that's right.
Oh wow,
6,
he did get a chance.
5.
Good
4.
job, Bradley Nortman.
Yeah,
Final answer.
Back to back. One and dones for the Raiders.
Suck it, Dirty D.
I thought Antonio
Loser.
Pierce took over and finished the season, but he did, and then got
It ended up being a good line in terms of time because you didn't use all your guesses, but you got 6 of them correct.
Who's the black coach for Cleveland?
Jeff Saturday.
No,
Jeff Saturday was an interim.
He was interim.
Am I snapping a lot?
He replaced Frank Reich when he was fired, and then he went to Carolina. Okay, couple names on this list. I think you're going to kick yourself over. I don't think this will be one of them. In 2021 in Houston.
Yes, I couldn't think of the black coach name. What was his name?
David Culley.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I couldn't
I never
remember his
thought
name.
you'd get that one. Now, Houston also had back-to-back. You'll know this name.
No, he didn't. He only did 1 year.
So Culley was 2021, the year after. they
No
had one
way.
and
Lovie
done.
Smith was 1
Correct.
year?
Yeah,
See,
Lovie
that's
Smith
why I was
1 year.
confused because I'm like, Lovie had to have more than one season.
D'Amico Ryans has been there since. One in Cleveland back in 2019.
The black coach too, right?
No, he's a white guy.
Oh. The fat guy?
Yeah.
Oh, short fat guy.
Kitchens.
Yeah, Freddie Kitchens,
Freddie
2019.
I was going to say Chip Kelly, but
And then I think you should all be ashamed of yourselves for the final name on this list.
Give us a hint.
Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Before Peyton?
Oh, Hatchett. Nathaniel Hatchett.
Yeah, it was the Packers offensive.
Hackett.
It was the Packers
Hatchet.
Well, he
They're
hatched it up.
Packers offensive coordinator that was
Wow,
hired away
I
to
forgot
Denver.
about
Nathaniel
that.
Hackett was one and done.
Well, either way,
job,
Dirty
Brad.
D lost for not believing in us. Congrats to Dorf in Cottage Grove on winning over under. We're going to hear from Jeff Hafley next. This audio is it's look, I like listening to Jeff Hafley. He has a good presence at the microphone.
He's a dude.
He's a dude. Jeff Hafley and his future with the Green Bay Packers. Will it be there? Next.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Stroh's running the show. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Always available on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. List is more. And, of course, everything's in the palm of your hand on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I'd love to hear from Jeff Hafley, who has the word uncertainty just keeps popping up. And let's just let you listen for yourself, and you give me your takeaways on the Carbless Talk text line.
Yeah, I love this group. I love being part of the Green Bay Packers, and I never take that for granted every day when I drive in and I get to see Lambeau Field, honestly. I mean, I'm a guy who started coaching Division III football and worked my way up to be a college head coach, and now I'm part of the greatest NFL organization that there is, getting to call the plays. So that is so humbling to me. I love the defensive players that we coach. Like, I love these guys, and I love the staff, and I love working for Matt. And I never take that for granted, not 1 second, which is why when I answer that question, I don't think it'd be fair to anybody in here, anybody a part of this, for me not to give everything I have for this game. Would one day I like to be a head coach again? Absolutely, for sure. But like, just even answering this question for you right now, I just am so grateful and so happy to be here and be part of this. And I've just loved coming to work every single day here. Like, even joking with you guys, like, I know sometimes it's hard and you ask hard questions, but you guys have been incredible. And I mean that. And it's not like that everywhere. So I thank you guys for that. Everything that I have been a part of here, from Goody to Ed to Matt, it's just been like, what a blessing to be here for me and my family. So I appreciate that. And we are not going to be done. So I will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
You buying it?
Yeah. What's there not to buy?
That he's going to just be back.
He's going to be back next week.
Next
week.
Yeah, I know.
Gonna win.
But he did that interview love bombing everyone.
Well,
taking in the scenes, it's been great with you guys. Like, it felt like, come on.
It felt like a send-off, honestly. It felt like a saying goodbye, like a graduation speech. That's what
but it was great.
It was great.
It was awesome.
Every time he's at the podium, he's just electric. He's passionate. He's a leader of men. Listen, I don't know where he's going to go, and I don't necessarily think Hafley from LaFleur is the right decision for the Packers. Wherever he's going to go, though, they're getting a real man. I mean, they're getting a man.
Real man. A real dude.
Man who knows how to lead men and communicate well and has self-awareness. And I don't know. It's no surprise that this defense turned a corner from when they hired Jeff Hafley. I mean, the defense used to be the thorn in the side for the Packers for years. But you bring in Jeff Hafley, and even though you might not have the best talent, especially without Micah Parsons, boy, this guy knows how to infuse some life and some energy into a room. And because of that, it's one of the many reasons why he will be a head coach soon. But this was... Guys, he's a goner. He is not coming back for the Green Bay Packers, not in general. He is gone next year.
What do you mean in general?
Enjoy the final weeks of Jeff Hafley as the Packers D coordinator.
In general.
Because this is all the sounds of a guy who is 1 foot out the door. Not that he's not focused right now, but he is going to be a head coach next year.
Yeah, that's just a guy right there that is extremely grateful and appreciative of the opportunity that he has and the fact that he understands that he has the opportunity to go other places. But one thing we know about him is that he is always spoken with so much conviction and so much confidence, and that's one of the reasons why we adore him so much as our overall defensive coordinator. But what would you expect from somebody who always exudes that type of confidence? Of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to talk about how great this place is, how great this organization is, the opportunity that he was given by Matt LaFleur to come here and be the defensive coordinator to grow in this business. As a D3 guy myself, I know he's appreciative.
Yeah. I mean, you sent your resume in to Elliot Wolf back in the day.
I sure did, but
you could be in the scouting department for the Packers right now. Instead, you're with us.
I made a bad decision. I could have been making sure we didn't draft these bad first-round picks, but instead, I'm here with you guys, KBN Nation. The sacrifices I make. But I do not think it's a foregone conclusion that he's 100% gone. He still has to interview for these positions. I mean, I think he's going to be a hot candidate.
He's going to interview well based off what we've heard from him.
I mean, you got an agent that's probably hearing a thing or two, and you know, he probably has a good sense as to, like, last year he got a couple of interviews. He ain't leaving last year. He probably has a good sense as to whether he'll have a shot. It's not a open and shut case, but he probably has a good sense.
Well, from his perspective, I think even defensively last year without Micah Parsons, they were they were good. Like they were good. They weren't great, but they were good. But in the playoffs, they were pretty good on defense against the Eagles, against the eventual Super Bowl champs.
Yeah,
so.
they weren't the problem against the Eagles last year. I think this guy just has the ability to get the most out of his guys. He really puts them in a position to be successful, and that's one thing that I admire about him. And I hope he stays one more year, but if he leaves, he leaves. I just hope that he was able to build a foundation, right? And I'm liking this to what we had at Wisconsin. Not exactly the same, but Wisconsin's defense, hell, when you were there, Brad, the defense struggled.
Nasty.
And then they were able to bring in Dave Aranda, and then Dave Aranda had Wilcox after him, and then in came Jimmy Leonard, and that defense was cooking because even though the coordinators changed, they had the foundation of what they were going to be, the identity of what they were going to be as a defense. And so hopefully if he moves on, hopefully there's somebody on the staff that can take the reins and lead the way that they can. Because look at what Anthony Campanelli, remember crazy Anthony Campanelli?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah. He went down to Jacksonville.
Man, we should pull that audio back up just in the offseason to relive it.
I mean, it's so good.
It's so funny.
But
the hard knocks from the Miami Dolphins.
But he's probably hiring the staff underneath him.
Yeah, you'll hire some.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that his head coaching opportunity would have to come in a way where he has to and can't turn it down, because if he's going to stay a defensive coordinator, although we may be a little upset at some of the draft picks that haven't turned out, which you could point at Goody or you can point at coaching for not developing them, I'd want to be a defensive coordinator with Micah Parsons. You know what I mean? So he's not going to go take a defensive coordinator job elsewhere. And even if, again, in the scenarios, again, there's a game Saturday, even if LaFleur wasn't here, you'd have to look at Hafley based off what he's getting looked at from a head coaching standpoint. So, again, the uncertainty, you can dun-dun-dun-dun-dun me, Strofe, because I'm going to be saying that a lot. It's real on all facets. From
uncertainty's too small of a word and too regular of a word.
Giannis Antetokounmpo forever.
Well, who's that? That's Leroy, our guy Leroy in Milwaukee. What's going on, Leroy? Welcome into the Carbless Talking Text Line.
What up, Leroy?
What up, family, y'all, KBN Nation? I love you guys. I've been listening to you guys. I ain't gone nowhere.
I know. Good. You're always there, Leroy.
Listening to you guys. I know. You know I'm listening to you. Ben Brust. You know I love you, man. You my brother. I love you, man. You've been holding my back down for 2 years. For a mighty long time, should I take that back? But I just want to say the Green Bay Packers, I think we got a chance. I hate it. I hate that we lost Micah Parsons, because that was our defense, you guys. But I believe in us. I believe we're going to go there to Chi-Town, which is an hour away from where I'm at in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with you guys. Mm-hmm. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
And we're going to accomplish it. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough defense, family, y'all. But we're going to do it.
Yes.
I don't know how many
would
points.
Would you say Bell to Asgood?
I would say that.
Oh,
I would say that.
You gotta take off the belt and start.
I would say that because y'all my family. But you know what, Ben Brust? I love you.
Love you too, Leroy. Appreciate you calling on Monday.
You always had my back as an OG. You always had my back, and we're gonna have to reunite. We're gonna set it up. I'm going to have to join that studio. We're going to set it up.
Market Hall,
I love y'all guys.
Love you too, Leroy.
I love you. Giannis Antetokounmpo forever.
That sounds exactly like the first time he ever said it. Do you have that still, Stroke?
Forever. Giannis Antetokounmpo forever.
Let's go to Carol in Milwaukee. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely.
Carol.
Hello.
As I said to your caller, I might not be the smartest person listening to your program here, but I would listen to you guys all the time, and I want to know if all this conversation.
Carol, you're completing coherent sentences, so you're already in the top 25%.
Oh, easily.
Thanks. Well, if Jeff Hafley's having all this conversation about going to be a head coach, and there's all this conversation about Matt LaFleur maybe going to get fired, maybe going to have to go elsewhere, where's the conversation about Jeff Hafley being the Packer head coach?
Yeah, it's been brought up a little bit here, and I think we've kind of hit on it. Is
even Rob Demovsky said it's on the table.
It's everything. Everything's on the table. The interesting part would be is I don't see the Packers going defensive head coach.
Yeah, the only way that he becomes our head coach is if Matt LaFleur decides that he wants to go elsewhere, and they decide to say, "Hey, Jeff, we want to, promote you to be the head coach."
I mean, let me just present you an opportunity. Jeff Hafley, head coach, defensive play caller. Mike McDaniel, offensive coordinator, offensive play caller. Who says no?
Don't hate it. Strofe didn't put himself on camera again, made a point, did a mic drop, and backed away because he thinks he absolutely nailed it.
I mean, Mike McDaniel will be cooking. He's probably a better offensive coordinator than head coach.
It's probably better that he focuses just on that. Feels like it's, but I don't know. I don't know if Mike McDaniel's a home run. Is he
as an OC?
Is he a Super Bowl level play?
He was able to make Tua at least somewhat good.
Wasn't he the OC on San Francisco when they went to the Super Bowl?
I thought he was with LA. I thought.
Well, Shanahan's the play caller in San Francisco, though.
Yeah. Regardless, he is a good offensive mind. He comes from the same tree, so it's not.
It's all about the tree. He's a leaf.
It's all about the coaching tree. So with that, it's a little bit less of a learning curve from installing
I didn't hear
things.
anybody say no.
No, I think it's a good idea, but again, we are not Ed Policy, and we don't know anything about Ed Policy, but we're going to find out a lot more about Ed Policy. If you're hungry for flavor, Woodman's has a deal that you've been waiting for. Through the 25th, grab Screamin' Sicilian pizzas, the original thin, crispy, and tavern style for $5.99 each. That is an amazing price for all Screamin' Sicilians. More of your favorite pizza loaded with those unbelievable amounts of toppings at an unbeatable price. Stock up and make every night pizza night. And we'll have Frozen Pizza Friday tomorrow to give away to you right here on Kyle Brust Nortman right now. $5.99 at Woodman's. Go get your Screamin' Sicilian pizza and taste what all that screaming is about. My wife called me last night and she said, I already can't wait for Frozen Pizza Friday. It's that much of a staple in our home that she's been traveling. And I actually said it yesterday as I was talking about Palermo's, and then she called me and affirmed that we're on the same page. It's always Frozen Pizza Friday. Jason Wilde is going to be 3:30. So we're going to let Brad shine next. Time to take over, Brad. No pressure. Let Brad cook.
This
next.
is Kyle Brust Nortman.
I text Greg Scalzo, and I say, Greg, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late to work. I'm caught in an international conspiracy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with a crash, northbound 94, just north of College Avenue. We got the two left lanes blocked because of a crash. Now that's making for kind of a heavy delay, stretching all the way back to almost Drexel, so careful with that. Southbound 43, backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound 94, slowing down from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, eastbound from 76th Street to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, scattered rain, isolated thunder showers, mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 37. Tomorrow, a slight chance for morning rain or snow mix, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 43. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
As of Thursday morning, there's 8 head coaching vacancies in the NFL following the conclusion of the regular season. A popular name to fill one of those slots, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Jeff Hafley, who told reporters Wednesday that right now it's all about the green and gold, at least until the season comes to a close.
I'm just honored to be in those. I think right now with all that stuff, it can be a distraction, so I'm trying to lock in on these playoffs and do the best that we can, and then whenever that time comes, we'll figure it out and go from there.
For now, Hafley's focus is on what was the NFL's third best rushing offense in the Chicago Bears.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're heading to a Milwaukee Bucks game, make sure you bet at Potawatomi Sportsbook and catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum. Because after you bet or get a drink, you can ask for a wristband, and then boom, you can get on the shuttle. Seating is first come, first serve. Pickup and drop off is near the annex by the Sportsbook. Shuttles begin departing 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game, and return shuttles are third quarter nonstop until 1 hour after the game. Had a great time winning some money last night at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
I got to stop by. Feeling real good about Josh Jacobs scoring a touchdown on Saturday.
Little $700 come up yesterday.
How much did you put down?
$3. And I came out with $1,000, so yeah, $700.
Wait, you only chose one game?
No, I played slots.
Oh, damn, you're good at
You
slots.
went from how much? $3?
300 to 1,700 profit. It's a good day.
Pretty good.
Dude, you have a lot of good days.
Recently, yes, but don't be fooled. I've had way more bad days. Trust me.
Not recently.
I've been on a really good run.
Stay on it. Stay on it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said it on the air. Lost all my luck. Brad's gonna cook on Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776. Carlos talking text line. Brad, what inspired this? And set the stage.
You ever see a article or a ranking that just tickles your fancy?
Did it make you mad? Did you disagree with it?
Yeah, well, yes, I did. I'm going to get there. So the Sports Illustrated put out a ranking of the top quarterbacks in the playoffs. And the idea was one single elimination game. That's exactly how you're ranking these, right? Not by who would you want for 5 years? No. One game, single elimination. How would you rank the quarterbacks, the 14 quarterbacks in the NFL playoffs? They had their rankings. Now I have my rankings. Of course.
He's pointing at Strofe, who's texting.
Waiting for that football music.
What are you doing? Wait, time out.
Just let it go so we can get to Brad.
All right.
It's been addressed.
All right. Let's start with 14.
That's why AI coming for his damn job.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
The Badgers
it's great.
did, yes, the guy from TCU.
I didn't say that on the air.
Thrilling. Okay, how about that? Badgers got a running back from
Chat's
TCU.
on it on YouTube.
That's what I was reading.
Here's how, you guys know me, I'm formulaic, right? There's a reason behind my rankings. I weighted one part, how have they done in the regular season over the last year or two? A year if you're only a rookie, 2 years for big enough sample size. Then one part, past playoff success. We talked about how the playoffs are a different animal. So if you've struggled in the playoffs or you haven't played in them, that has discounted against you. So without further ado, Brad Nortman's quarterback rankings, single elimination game, NFL playoffs.
Brad Nerdman.
Brad Nerdman.
Nerdman.
Number 14 is Bryce Young. Bryce Young, easily considered probably the worst quarterback in the playoffs. No playoff experience, very mid regular seasons. Number 13, Caleb Williams. Now, he has no playoff experience either, but I got to say, he's actually had some fairly decent games and some fairly decent moments, leading me to number 12, Bo Nix. Bo Nix is number 12. Again, no playoff experience, but
so
he's
far,
coached
it's went to the playoffs last year. They just got blown out.
Either way.
Nerdman, wrong.
Nerdman.
Well, even more reason to be above Caleb because he does have playoff.
Yeah. So, at least he knows what the feeling is like.
Oh, you're right.
Now let's go to number 11. Number 11, Sam Darnold. Now don't let the regular season success fool you, even though he's had it. He has struggled in the one playoff game he had, and there are moments where he completely unravels. So if it's me, one playoff game, I know he's done pretty well. Sam Darnold, 11. Number 10. Trevor Lawrence. Now, Trevor Lawrence has had a resurgence. I want to put him higher because he's my Jags guy. I wanted to put him higher.
Regular season success recently.
1-1 in postseason. Not particularly good. 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and he never really had that moment in the playoffs, right? So Trevor Lawrence, even though they did come back and win, it wasn't necessarily because of him against the Chargers. Leading me to number 9. Justin Herbert. Now, Justin Herbert has really struggled in the playoffs, but he has shown consistently year after year that he is a quality quarterback, right? Debatably in that J Love, maybe even
what
higher
he's
area,
done with that offensive line
is remarkable.
He's done a lot with less.
So, even though he's had 2 games, he struggled. I'd put him at number 9. Number 8, Drake May. Now, this is as high as I could possibly put someone with no playoff experience. That's how important it is, but he's literally your second MVP of the NFL. Drake May, number 8. Now, here's where it starts to get fun. Number 7, C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, a guy that has done pretty well in the regular season, but actually had some pretty good playoff moments, 2-2 in the playoffs. He's had some success. This is his 5th playoff game. Can you believe that 5th playoff game for C.J. Stroud?
Yeah.
And he's actually played pretty well.
Well, him and Jordan Love both won their first playoff game the same year. I
believe so.
They were tied together essentially in 23.
For every playoff he's appeared in, he's won a game. He's won the first round, lost the second round, so the low success. Number 6. Jordan Love. Jordan Love is number 6. Now, great regular seasons, I give you that. But the reality is he's had 1 amazing playoff game and 2 kind of stinkers. At least, at best,
double interception games.
One for sure.
The first half.
2 double interception games.
I mean, the 49ers game wasn't a stinker.
Yeah, you could.
But the interception he threw was so
bad. When you need him, he was not able to do it particularly.
I don't mean to derail, but you brought up, I believe it was Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence who have 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in the postseason.
And Jordan Love is the same way, but Jordan Love
has
had that marquee game. He at least had that game against the Cowboys. Which
perfect passer rating.
Perfect.
Until he went back in the game, 157.2.
Correct.
I still haven't mentioned
which
one
was crazy,
name.
by the way.
Now that we're in our top 5. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Old number 8 is number 5. You cannot disrespect what that man can do for just one game. We saw it week 18. Vintage Rodgers still exists. If it's one game, give me Rodgers over Love at this point. If it's just one game.
What about against the Texans, though? Because I think that Texans defense is going to give Aaron Rodgers nightmares.
Trying to keep that
He's going to hate Will Anderson.
Trying to keep that all equal. He's not very mobile, and they are very attack the quarterback centric. So
and he gets rid of it faster than any quarterback. I love the Texans, by the way, this weekend.
Yes, he does. Number 4, Brock Purdy. Efficient. Puts the ball where it needs to be. Playoff success. Super Bowl. He's got a lot that you like. Leading to number 3, Jalen Hurts. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He has had a pretty trash regular season, but you cannot doubt.
Putting Josh Allen ahead of a Super Bowl MVP?
I am putting it. I mean, if you look at, number 2 is Matthew Stafford.
What?
Matthew Stafford has won a Super Bowl indeed, but let us not forget, outside of those couple of runs for the Rams, he hasn't really played in many playoff games. He doesn't really have a great playoff record. He has had that one run in 2021.
That's it.
Flawed. He's an MVP. And speaking of historic MVPs is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, far and beyond the best quarterback of the group, that one that you can run and pass. His playoff stats are ridiculous. 19 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. It's not his fault that Mahomes and him get into dueling matches every year.
His defense fails him.
For me, it's Josh Allen. So to Wind the tape. I'm going to go from 1 to 14. Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Drake May, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Sam Darnold, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young.
I think overall it's a pretty fair list.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I don't think you were.
How do you feel about Rodgers over Love?
Well, I just got a text. In one game, you take Aaron Rodgers over Love. Is that a joke?
No. Is it a joke? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Did they happen to see the game the Steelers just had? Granted, the DB fell, but still, Aaron Rodgers at the age of 41, 42, he still was able to.
Over the last 6 games, since his birthday, since they watched film together, they actually have done a good job since he didn't have any friends to invite over other than the team.
And say what you want, Aaron Rodgers might not look very pretty when it comes to his mobility. He still throws a pretty ball. His stats are good, guys. He's throwing mid to high 20s in the touchdowns last couple seasons, single-digit interceptions. He's last year.
He's a fine quarterback. 3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns.
He's just as limited, and I think he's going to be very limited.
Oh yeah,
this is pre-playing the Texans. It's the worst matchup possible.
Well, I mean, they're a 10-win football team going against a 10-11 win football team. The Houston Texans.
Houston won like 8 in a row or something.
Yeah, they did finish it, so maybe it's 12 wins. So I mean, that's that good thing about the 4-5 matchup. Typically, you're getting the worst divisional winner, with the 5 seed being a really good team.
Makes for a fun matchup.
I think we'll let the Carbos Talking Text Line on YouTube debate Brad Nortman's list. And then what we got to do is get to Jason Wilde, because he's joining us next, as he does every Thursday. Man, we're getting close, and it feels really, really good. Saturday. Can't wait. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We got a crash on northbound 94 right about at the airport spur. We've got the 2 left lanes blocked right now. That's making for a big delay all the way back to Drexel. So that's something to keep in mind. And we've also got a broken down vehicle stuck in the center lane southbound 894 just south of Beloit Road. Like I said, the center lane is blocked with this, backing up past Beloit Road. Westbound 94, you got backups from about 27th Street all the way to Hawley. Eastbound slowing down from 84th Street to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered rain, isolated thunder showers, mostly cloudy, breezy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, a slight chance for morning rain or rain-snow mix, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 43. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your New Year routine just got a major refresh thanks to Carbless. Staying mindful, Carbless has 0 sugar and 0 carbs. Watching calories? We've got you covered. Still want something bold and delicious? Well, that's our specialty at Carbless. Whether you're out celebrating or settling into post-holiday goals, Carbless keeps things light, fun, and completely guilt-free. Start your 2026 with flavor and no compromise. Celebrate the new year with bold flavor, 0 guilt, and a drink that keeps things light. Happy New Year from Carbless. Let's make your new year feel flawless.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
As of Thursday morning, there's 8 head coaching vacancies in the NFL following the conclusion of the regular season. A popular name to fill one of those slots, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, who told reporters Wednesday, right now, it's all about the green and gold, at least until the season comes to a close.
I'm just honored to be in those. I think right now with all that stuff, it can be a distraction. So I'm trying to lock in on these playoffs and do the best that we can. And then whenever that time comes, we'll figure it out and go from there.
For now, Hafley's focus is on what was the NFL's third best rushing offense in the Chicago Bears. I'm Alex Strofe.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You heard the big voice guy. Joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch. 9 to noon across these very stations. Jason, how are you doing?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well.
Doing great, Jason.
That's
Excellent.
Great. Doing great. Doing
Wonderful.
great. Doing wonderful. Doing wonderful. Strofe, what are you?
I'm probably like a 9.75 out of 10. I was a little stuffed up earlier this week, and I woke up today. Got the most sleep I've gotten in a night all week.
Good weekly Wilde?
A great weekly Wilde this morning. Will be posted 6 p.m. Central Time, so mark your calendars. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. My sinuses are clear. Life couldn't be better.
Man.
It's Packers-Bears week.
He just goes.
Look at that. Jason, I saw you just give a little bump to the Jeff Hafley interview. It was, man, he's really fun to listen to. What were your takeaways?
That he probably won't be coaching here next year.
All right, we're all aligned.
Yeah, he's very focused with this game, which of course is what he's, like, first of all, he is focused. I'm not going to say that he's just saying that he's going to be focused. I mean, he is. He's focused. But, that was kind of why I wanted to get him to expound a little bit on what the last 2 years have been like, because if he's going to be gone, I wanted to get kind of his insights into that. And of course he's going to say, I'm focused on the Bears and the head coaching interviews can wait. He can't interview for a head coaching job this week anyway. He'd have to do it virtually next week after they've played their game against the Bears. But I don't think there's any question he's a total pro, and he's not in any way going to, short the Packers now with the chance to get to the Super Bowl, or at least advance past the Bears. So I thought he was great. You can see how he commands the room. You can see why guys are willing to play for him. But his, as he himself said later in that conversation about the run game, I don't want to talk about it. I want to see it. It's easy to talk about it, and they have to run. They have to stop the run more effectively than they did the last time their frontline players were on the field together.
Have you asked anybody on the team what they think of these cheese grater hats, Jason?
I have not. No.
Has it come up at all?
I try to stick to football.
Okay. Well, and the reason I ask is I'm fishing for a little bit of wondering what the tone of the team is. It's been a weird 4 weeks on a 4-game losing streak, and I just wonder, do they have their sort of do they have a heartbeat in that locker room? Is it depressed? I mean, there's all sorts of things that you could be feeling after a week like that, even going into a playoff game. So I was wondering if maybe that was one way to, pull back a layer to see how guys are actually feeling.
Yeah, I think they feel quietly confident and resolute. That would be the way I would describe them. I said something
I only
to
know
X
of the Resolute
today.
desks.
That is. I guess that's a reference to
National Treasure,
the presidency.
Great
Yeah.
word.
But I really think that they feel like they're the better team, but they haven't played like it, especially in the second halves, especially defensively. Right? I mean, look, the Bears were that Keyshawn Nixon interception away from tying the game here. So I think they know that it's going to come down to the end. They know that they can't screw it up like they did last time they faced the Bears in Chicago. But I think there's a confidence there, not an arrogance. And I do think, as much as Packers fans want to trash talk Bears fans and vice versa, I get a kick out of the Bears fans who, I don't know about you, but I got a lot on my plate these days. I get a kick out of the Bears fans who apparently have enough free time to be jumping into the YouTube comments of Wisconsin-based shows to post "bear down."
They're here. They're here now, Jason. Say hello.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hello, friends. But that's great. I mean, that's what rivalries are about, and you guys know that I have been, kind of leading the parade of wanting the Bears to be good because it makes it so much more compelling, and so I'm 100% on board with that. I would love it to be a respectful rivalry and not people being jerks to each other or getting in fights in the stands, but I know that's part of it too. So I'm excited. Like this is why we do this as a job, right? Is to talk about and write about and do TV about and just really be there for these kind of great moments. And this has got the makings of a historic moment in Packers Bears lore, like Chester Markle returning a blocked field goal for a touchdown back when the Bears would win all the games, and William Refrigerator Perry running over George Cumby at the goal line back in the Super Bowl shuffle
All right,
days.
too many Bears highlights now.
Well, I'm trying to go. Well, if you go old school to the '80s, you don't have a lot of choices. And by the way, Chester Markle was a Packer. He returned the blocked field goal for the touchdown. So that was 1 out of 3. Or Aaron Rodgers throwing the game-winning touchdown to Randall Cobb, or the 2010 NFC Championship game and B.J. Raji's pick 6 and doing the hula dance. So Aaron Rodgers leading a comeback from down 20-0.
That was
after
insane
injuring
after
his
going
knee.
on the cart.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's just been – and that's just thinking back to either my childhood or the time I've been covering the team. So hopefully they add another great moment to that. And for those of us that get to tell their story and chronicle the journey of the season, it'd be great if the Packers won. And we had another whole week to chronicle more of a journey. And as Jeff Hafley told us, we're not going to be done this week, so I'll see you guys next week.
And I absolutely love that confidence that he exuded, and I believe we will see him next week game planning for a trip out to Seattle. But there's somebody that's back, Jason, and it's Josh Jacobs. He said that he's healthy. What impact can a healthy Josh Jacobs have for this Green Bay Packers offense on Saturday night?
Well, as Josh said, we're going to find out, but I would say a significant one.
Wait a minute. What did he say?
We're going to find out. He says going to, and he says gone. G-O-N. Gone.
Yeah,
we're going to find out.
Like we say fintu as well. I don't say I'm about to. Fintu.
Yeah. So we all have different ways we say things. I am not near. I think we can all agree I am not nearly as cool as Josh Jacobs is. So I won't try to imitate him again. But the fact of the matter is that he is healthy finally for the first time in basically 2 months. And so, again, I don't know what form this game's going to take, right? I mean, are they going to try to run the ball a lot? Do they believe that they have an advantage against the secondary? Obviously, I don't know how good C.J. Gardner, Johnson, Webb, whatever. He's got like 6 hyphens in his name.
Not as fast as Christian Watson.
Matt LaFleur said Chauncey.
Yeah, he's not. He's obviously he's not as good as he once was. But he's still an important piece of what they have done defensively. He'll be missing So do they see an opportunity to throw the ball down the field? Again, I don't know what the Packers' offensive game plan is, but I would think that some of it, if you have a healthy Josh Jacobs at your disposal, you're going to want to use him.
Yeah, Jason, I kind of want to live there a little bit more. As Jason Wilde loves us and is with us on Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Both teams are lacking a pass rush. The Bears obviously are opportunistic with turnovers, but they've given up a bunch of yards. We've lost Micah Parsons here. Where's the edge right now? Is it the experience of LaFleur and Love at the offense because they've been through this versus Johnson and Williams from an actual experience standpoint? Where do you look for when you find an edge?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Ben. I mean, you know, I know the Cap Man would disagree with me, and maybe a year from now it'll be different. But I still believe the Packers have a better roster, even missing a couple of their biggest stars, obviously. So, you know, look, they're going to have Rome Odunze. They didn't have DJ Moore for the first game, right? They didn't have Odunze for either one. So I'm very curious to see if the addition of a guy who, it was 4 years ago now, but a guy who was a first-team All-Pro in Trayvon Diggs, I want to see if they're going to utilize him, right? That's a pretty big-time late-season pickup that he was available. Are they going to be able to? Is Jeff Hafley, has he dialed up some, you know, pressure packages to make up for their lack of pressure without Micah Parsons? I mean, those are areas that I would have thought once upon a time would be an advantage for them, but I don't know if it is or it isn't. Now, I would say this, and I like Caleb Williams as a player. I know he's completed less than 60% of his passes. I know, you know, that there are folks that make fun of his fingernail polish and all the other stuff. I liked him in college. I think he's a really, really gifted player, and I think he is going to be the guy that creates a rivalry between him and Jordan Love for a long time and between their teams. But this is his first go-round in a playoff game, and the playoffs are different. And these guys have won a bunch of close games late. That's great experience for them that they've done that this season. They've also lost the last 2 weeks in close games late, but it's a different deal. And I'm curious to see how he performs given the situation, because this is his first playoff game. So I do think, to your point, Ben, that while Jordan Love's experience isn't all great, right? Like, he was unbelievable in Dallas. He was really, really good for almost 3 quarters in San Francisco. And then he did throw 3 picks last time they were in the playoffs against Philly. I do think that experience matters, and I'm eager to see how he puts it to use. But I still just, the bottom line for me is, I think at this point in the rivalry, I think the Packers, it's not a huge gap, but I do think they have the better roster. They don't have the better interior offensive line. I think that's one area where the Bears have the edge. But I just think defensively, I like the Packers defense more than I like the Bears defense. They live and die by the takeaway, and at least theoretically in the postseason, good teams don't turn the ball over as much as other teams have done for them this season.
What's your level of confidence of Jordan Love being able to knock off some of the rust they're missing the last couple games?
I'm super curious to see what their first drive looks like. I mean, I because I do think that there's going to be some rust that is built up, because how could there not be? And I know he's been very adamant about all the work he's gotten in practice, and I totally get it. But I do think that there will be some rust there. The question is, how quickly can he shake it off, right? And I don't think it'll be, oh my gosh, we'll be at the end of the game, you know, at 10 whatever p.m. on Saturday night going, God, I can't believe how bad he was. They should have never rested him. They should have played him in that Minnesota game. Like, I honestly, I don't think that'll be the case. I do think that first drive will be fascinating to see just how he performs, because if he can go in and go bing, 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 bing down the field, and they can score on their opening drive, that would be a huge jump start to their night.
I guess a big conversation last year was when he was injured. He wasn't practicing as much, and that did impact what we think in his performance. It wasn't bad, but it didn't help. So at least he's been practicing, but we're all going to find out together on Saturday, Jason. We appreciate the time.
Yeah, to your point on that, that's a good point, Ben. But he did practice all week leading into the Baltimore game when he didn't clear concussion protocol, and then he practiced all week again this week, last week, heading into the game he didn't play in Minnesota. So he has practiced a lot more than he did when he was dealing with stuff last year.
Good point. All right, guys, great question. I'm going to sleep good.
Yeah, I'm here to pump you up, and I think I did a good job.
Jason, you did well.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde, Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Look, if you're looking for growth, I got the place for you. In your fitness journey, it's the Princeton Club. Madison locations, you have the New Berlin location. In New Berlin, I did a great thing. I listened to my wife. She wants to learn a skill for the rest of her life, so I got her the Christmas gift of tennis lessons. So working on
more like Brad.
I don't know how that implies what I did. I guess listening, maybe. I don't know. Good job, Brad. I'm trying to be like you, I guess, but she's excited. Free childcare, the membership, so we can drop our daughter off and get our workouts in the summer, take her to the pool area in New Berlin. But again, each location is providing you an opportunity to get better. You can have your better tomorrow, but don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Go over to the Princeton Club. Get a tour. You're going to fall in love with the vibe, the atmosphere, the new equipment. It is the best place that you can go to further your health. Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow. We'll wrap up, I guess I would call the ESPN Wisconsin portion, because we have Beaver Dam and the 414 hour at 4. We're back in a short minute.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on
ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Basketball fans, watch DME Academy on the campus of St. John's Northwestern Academy in Delafield this Friday and Saturday. See high-flying Wisconsin recruit LaTravian Fenderson, 7-foot recruit Bull One Rock, and 6'10" Trev Rodemaker. This is elite high school hoops. Youth coaches, bring your teams to see DME Academy basketball. DME plays Friday night at 7 and Saturday at 4 p.m. with free admission on the campus of St. John's Northwestern Academy in Delafield. Be there this Friday and Saturday for DME Academy basketball.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
Washington quarterback Damon Williams Jr. said on social media that he's entering the transfer portal, a move that comes just days after he agreed to return to the Huskies for the 2026 season. How is this allowed? We've gone from the point of student athletes are not getting compensated for their hard work and what they earn for their university. Now we're at a point where we have given them their rights back, which is great. You're working, you get paid, you have freedom to leave a job and go to another job. But like you and I are under contracts. We can't just decide to work for competition. And one would say that a buyout in any contract would indicate that it is prohibited to do that unless you do X, Y, and Z. How is it possible? We can say the calendar is screwed up, how many times guys can leave is screwed up, what they're getting is too much, too little, whatever it is. But the idea of I'm signing a contract, then I could leave a week later is insane to me.
Avatar Fire and Ash has arrived.
I am the fire!
Get your 3D tickets now for the greatest chapter of the biggest saga in history.
Whatever happens, protect his family.
Critics rave it's by far the best Avatar movie.
If your father and I do not return, you go as far and as fast as you can.
Movies don't get any bigger than this. Avatar Fire and Ash, rated PG-13, now playing
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, best-selling author and founder of the Neal Group. Well, here we are. It's 2026. Remember last year when you said never again? Did it work? You didn't start your business to spend so much time doing bank reconciliations, cash flow projections, or inventory analysis. Let us help you keep your New Year resolution to stay on top of your finances and keep your books up to date. Don't do the same thing this year and expect different results. Start the year off on the right foot by calling the Neal Group to help you understand your numbers and make them better. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call 414-325-2040 now to set up a meeting to see how you can make 2026 the best year ever. The first meeting is free. That's 414-325-2040 or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ooh, Iron Jock loves giving away stuff, but they also let you know when you have your new year, new goals. Well, they're here to help you stick to those goals, whether you're hitting the gym or heading to work or just trying to smell good with that silver ion technology within their wonderful gear. They got you covered. Right now, listeners can get 30% off all Iron Jock orders over $75. Just use promo code ESPN30. That's ESPN30 at checkout with the promo code, and you will get that 30% off orders over $75. Look good, smell great, and start the year strong with Iron Jock. Let's go with caller number 12 to win an Iron Jock hat. 800-990-3776. Caller 12. 800-990-3776, and you will win an Iron Jock hat. Strofe, get to work at 800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust Nortman, getting ready for Saturday, man. Tomorrow's going to be fun because we're going to it's just going to be all right there for us. And you go on your merry way, and then we get to 7 p.m. on Saturday.
We get to talk ball tomorrow.
We'll talk ball. We're talking ball in the 414 Hour 4. I saved a slot for you, Kyle. Let's go to our guy Corey in Chicago. Corey, what's going on the Carbless Talking text line? Corey? There you go, Corey. You're up.
Hey, how we doing on this Friday Eve, y'all?
Friday Eve is going good. How are you?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. On my way to baseball practice, but
baseball.
Man, I'm hearing. Yeah, I coach high school baseball, man.
Indoor getting ready. That's what's up, Corey.
Yeah, but Jeff Hafley. Oh man, it's gonna be sad for him to go, man.
But remember, enjoy that he's still here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man. You know, when good stuff, when you put a good resume out, man, you know they gonna come get you. But I will say this: if he was to go, knock on wood, if he was to go, the perfect replacement for him would be Jim Schwartz.
Second time we've heard Jim Schwartz today.
Yeah, didn't have Jim Schwartz twice mentioned in Kyle Brust Nortman today.
He is a good D coordinator.
He's a very good D coordinator.
Corey, you make sure you bring the heat tomorrow when it's Friday. I want your prediction and your energy for everything before the Packers play the Bears on Saturday, all right?
You'll get it on the 414 tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, Corey. Appreciate you. As Strofe is getting the winner for Iron Jock. Again, I think everyone's starting to get that anticipation as we've turned the corner. What's up?
None.
I've been loving, it's about anticipation, excitement. I've been loving these Saturday night games. I mean, to wait all the way to Sunday, it feels like too long. I love the Saturday night games. I love starting your weekend off with the Packers in prime time. I could get used to a little bit more Saturday night games. I'm glad they got this time slot.
They've had a little too many Saturday. This is number 3.
No, I want my Sunday.
They're third in a row.
I like my Saturdays, and my Sundays can be just be for football.
Yeah.
But we're going to get there together, and we're going to get there on the 414 Hour at 4 on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. So we'll be on the ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, 94.5 ESPN. We're going to take you into the Homer Hour. A whole lot more to get to. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We're back in 2 short minutes.
Well, we got a pretty hefty ride along southbound 43, starting at Keefe, all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. You'll be back on the brakes from Beecher down towards the KK River. Northbound is backing up right at the base of the high-rise bridge into the Marquette. Then it's back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Locust. Westbound 94, heavy from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's got some delays from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. And we do still have this accident on northbound 94 right at the airport spur. The right lane is blocked. Delays stretching back past Rawson. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Scattered rain, isolated thunder showers tonight. Mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 37. Tomorrow, slight chance for a morning rain-snow mix. Becoming partly cloudy, a high of 43. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Play over 2,000 courses, including that famous one with the green jackets. Book your bay at wisconsinindorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN. Now let's talk some ball, baby.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Super Bowl 50 runner-up Bradley Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. As always, if you're excited, you got anything you got for chest, we're here for you at 800-990-3776, the Cardinals Talking text line, YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison, ESPN Wisconsin app. We're here for you. And guys, Kyle wants to talk ball.
Let's talk.
Strofe, you want to talk ball?
I do want to talk
Let's
ball.
talk ball. Let's talk
Brad,
ball.
you want to talk ball?
Let's talk some ball.
Let's talk some ball.
I mean,
all right. Kyle?
Talk ball.
Let's talk ball.
Talk ball.
Yeah, I want to talk ball because there's been a lot of conversation to me where we're talking about Jeff Hafley, his defense this, his defense that, right? We're already talking about him going to get a new job somewhere. And I just feel like we have not highlighted enough how well this defense has played since Michael Parsons was going against the, not against the Ravens, but simply, wait a minute.
Not against the Ravens.
This ain't the kind of ball you want to talk.
We're not talking the Ravens.
I thought we were talking ball, not bad ball.
But how well they played against the Chicago Bears and how well they played against the Vikings last week. I understand that I think that the Ravens is an anomaly, and we should be highlighting, because Jason said, or maybe it was Ben said he was concerned about the defense. I'm not.
I am.
Brad. Sorry, wrong guy.
I'm not an op here.
I don't believe the defense is going to be the Achilles heel for the Green Bay Packers on Saturday simply because what we have seen throughout the playoffs' recent history, the Packers' defense was not the problem. And then what we saw this defense do against the Chicago Bears after we were concerned about them stopping the run, they stepped up to the occasion and played very well for the Packers in that game until it all collapsed and fell apart when they were on the field quite a bit at the end of that game in Chicago. So for me, when I think that we're looking at this game, not enough people are getting excited about the Packers' defense and the fact that they're going to be able to slow down that Bears offense. Brad just gave a prediction for the Packers game and saying the Bears going to score how many points?
28.
They ain't scored 28 all season long against the Green Bay Packers, but now all of a sudden in this playoff game, in this moment when this defense has stepped up for the Packers the most in the last 2 playoff appearances, you think that they're just going to fall over and rot?
Kyle, what do you think of the Bears defense?
I think the Bears defense is trash.
If you want to talk ball, 800-990-3776. Talking ball, 800-990-3776.
If we're talking ball, I'm going to throw some ball at you. EPA per play defensive rankings since week 10, right? So efficiencies, deep analytics, right? The Green Bay Packers, 25th in the NFL. Chicago Bears, 19th. Bears have played better
and on third down too.
Defense compared to the Packers since week 10. That's reflective of Micah Parsons.
You said you want to talk ball, so let him talk ball.
This Packer defense has not been playing good ball. Their ball has been struggling. So if we're going to talk ball, you got to talk about that ball on the other side of the field,
The problem is you're looking at numbers that are going to be inflated because of the fact that when you look at the game against the Denver Broncos, they put up a lot of points once Michael Parsons went down. The Packers got steamrolled by the Baltimore Ravens as well.
So why do we throw it out?
We're not throwing it out, but when I'm talking about looking at this game, I don't believe that there's been enough faith that's put into this defense and Jeff Hafley as this great candidate for a head coaching job. There should be more confidence that you exude looking at this defense when they approach the Chicago Bears game on Saturday. Let's just be honest. The Packers have been able to stifle Caleb Williams for the majority of the time that they had played. Now, at the end of the day, I understand he was absolutely magical at the end of the game, and he made a lot of plays with his arm. He used his legs, and they were able to win that game. But the Green Bay Packers were able to slow them down in both first halves that they played them. And granted, the running game, the Bears were able to run the ball effectively against the Packers in the first game. But then what happened going into the second game? They weren't able to move the ball on the ground consistently enough to keep the chains moving, drives going, and get in the end zone. And so, again, I don't think we're giving enough credit and talking enough about the fact that this Packers defense has risen to the occasion in the biggest moments for the Packers. That's why I feel so confident going into Saturday, because when you add in Jordan Love, when you add in Matt LaFleur, who have both been there before, and you have a defense that has stepped up for the Packers, I feel extremely good about what the performance they're going to put on the field on Saturday. I believe both sides of the football are going to step up for the Packers, and I believe they come back to Lambeau getting ready for a game coming up next week.
Talking ball. Strofe, you didn't talk ball?
Talking ball. I believe the Packers will play well.
That's right. We're talking ball, but I believe they're going to put it all together despite some data points that might scare me.
Dude, they already played against the Chicago Bears without Michael Parsons. And if you're going to sit here and not act like the Packers did not play well in that game defensively throughout most of the game, that's foolish. And then on the onside kick gave them a short field.
Yeah, ball. And Keyshawn Nixon got burned on fourth down.
Yeah, well, Keyshawn Nixon blue coverage.
Look, here's why I find this we need to talk ball funny. We could all be honest with ourselves here.
What haven't we talked about that we're talking about right now?
Nothing! It's been the same conversation for 3 weeks out of the last 7 weeks of our lives about the Bears-Packers.
That's very true.
The same things we pointed out in the first game.
Let's talk ball.
We're talking ball. The Packers need to stop the run. Have we mentioned that? First game, second game, third game. It's been the same way. We just stop the run.
The Packers outrushed the Chicago Bears in the last game, and we're talking about running the ball. The Green Bay Packers outrushed them. Emmanuel Wilson was the leading rusher on the ground in that game. What do you mean that's what?
Jordan Love got injured. They weren't throwing the ball as much.
But they were able to effectively run the ball where Emmanuel Wilson was the leading rusher in that game out of all running backs.
Packers need to be efficient in the red zone.
They get Josh Jacobs back. That's an opportunity for this team to definitely be more efficient.
They need to limit the turnovers.
Ball, baby, ball.
Well, that is
it's the same conversation we've been having for freaking 7 weeks, about 3 of the 7 weeks about playing the Packers-Bears. Nothing has changed. It's still stop the run. Even David Kaplan, who joined us, said the thing that I was waiting for him to say because it just screams that they know it's there. They just want to brush it under the rug. He goes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run the football, and then Caleb Williams is going to throw when he has to make plays. And when he said that, I was like, they're feeling it too. They understand that it all comes down recently for them in the fourth quarter for him to be a hero. The margins are thinner in the playoffs, but it doesn't mean that anything changes from a strategy standpoint on the recipe to beat the Bears. If you stop the run, that would mean that you're making Caleb Williams have to make more plays. Can he make plays? Yes, we've seen him make plays, but can he consistently do it in the first time he's playing in the playoffs? Edge Packers. Red zone efficiency. Jordan Love didn't really get in the red zone because they scored so damn quick in the second half of the first game. Didn't play in the second game. Malik Willis struggled in the red zone despite some really good performances. Jordan Love being back, I like that better for the Packers' chances. Limiting turnovers, that's probably the one thing that we need to all watch for, because with Rob Demovsky, with Jason Wilde, who joined us all today, both were fascinated, despite Jordan Love speaking to the media, talking about how he does not feel like the rust or sitting is going to affect him. Guess what? He hasn't played, but this is an opportunity for a team that, even with your EPA of 19, I'd want to play the 19th or 21st or 25th best defense in the playoffs in your first playoff game, versus where you had Aaron Rodgers, where you just talked about he's going against the Houston Texans. It's not like Jordan Love's going against the Texans or the Seahawks in week one after sitting out. So my eyes are on Jordan Love and how he comes out and if he can get that rhythm you talk about, Brad. But again, the game plan and the game strategy is not going to change. For Kyle's point, that I would enhance from a defensive confidence standpoint, Week 17 and Week 18 were disasters. Wild card week against the Eagles, not a disaster. So we've already seen what was a disaster in Week 17 last year against the Vikings. Week 17 this year against the Ravens. We already have a data point that would say the defense can show up, and the Bears offense. Does it scare you? Doesn't scare me. I think it's got
no.
Exactly.
Why would they scare me? 3 points in the first half would scare me?
So what I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Evidence of last year to this year.
I agree with you. Those 3 points, those keys to victory, if you will.
Talking ball, 800-990-3776.
We're talking ball. And you can't talk ball without talking keys to victory. And you nailed it, Ben. Limit turnovers, red zone efficiency, stop the run. That is the keys to victory if you're talking ball with the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. Now, if I were to be so bold as to say turnovers, I'm actually not concerned whatsoever. I think Jordan Love is going to focus on making sure that he's efficient with the ball, making sure he's crisp, clean passes.
Oh, he's asking for a 30 or 60.
30-second timeout.
Okay.
You're starting to sound like the Brad Nortman of heading into the first week of playing the Bears, when you're like, he's going to be efficient, he's going to be that. And then when Jordan Love was playing well, John Anderson came on here and was like, what are you doing? He doesn't need to be like efficient. Just let him play. Just let him be him.
Well, I'm not first week Brad, where I'm saying, oh, maybe don't try to make that throw. Jordan Love, make all the throws. But he's been proving to me, now he needs to prove it in a playoff setting, but he's been proving that he is limiting turnovers, he's limiting interceptions. Last year, he's making those dumb throws all the time. He's not doing that this year, right? He's been more accurate. He's making better decisions. He has shown that he can do that with still taking some shots down the field. I think turnovers, I don't foresee the Packers turning the ball over. I also think that they're going to be more efficient in the red zone. I think it's more anomaly-like, the fact that they get to the red zone and can't put it in the end zone. The one thing that I have a still level of concern on, and Kyle, you touched that you don't have a concern about this, is stopping the Bears' run game. I'm still having nightmares about Derrick Henry stiff-arming Carrington Valentine into the fifth generation.
Derrick Henry is doing the same thing. You, Brad Nortman, Ben Brust, and myself, Kyle Wallace. He's going to be sitting on the couch watching the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs.
But it's a formidable run game, for sure. This Packers team isn't necessarily perfectly equipped to stop. That's one of the 3 keys to victory that I'm still holding my breath on, which is why I think it will be a higher scoring game.
We got to get rid of those nightmares, Brad. I'm telling you, the big thing for me that showed to me that this Packers defense has what it takes to come together and as a collective slow down the run is the fact that we saw the Chicago Bears absolutely control the clock in the second half, and we all thought going into the following game in Soldier Field that they were going to be able to run the ball and to control the clock. They were not able to do that consistently, and it turned out that they needed a miracle in order to win that game at Soldier Field. So that is why I have all the confidence in the world in Jeff Hafley to be able to get these boys going. You just talked about how y'all run through a wall and all excited about them, and you don't think them players are excited. They're motivated.
I just said.
No, Brad.
Stop looking at me. I just defended halfway.
Jason Wilde told us that there is a sense of confidence in this locker room. They can't wait to have the opportunity to go out there on Saturday. I truly think that there's going to be a whole bunch of dogs that get released on Saturday. I'm telling you, they see those cheese graters. They see all the celebration that they had after the Bears won that game, and they are chomping at the bit to have an opportunity to knock off the Chicago Bears on Saturday. And I bet you Jeff Hafley is going to have them defensive boys ready to go up front, where they're going to be flying around, and they are going to deliver the blow to the Chicago Bears.
Another key I would add, and I actually think this is important despite all the other things you can add from a key, Kevin in the 920, how many flags do you get thrown early to keep the chippiness down? No matter what, the Packers have to be bigger than that. Like, Keyshawn cannot get involved with that because he got pulled out of a game because of something like that earlier in the season. Margins are thin. Don't hurt yourself. And then
the Bears game, he got pulled.
Lil Fonzie chimes in with something we're going to do next. Brad?
Ben?
Strofe, tell them what we're going to do.
Nerd Man.
It is time for the Monte Carlo.
Coming up next, we did a Monte Carlo simulation on what the results will be Saturday. How many different simulations?
50,000.
50,000 simulations of Saturday, 7 p.m. Packers Bears. What does the Monte Carlo simulation say? We're going to find out together. Next on Kyle, Brust,
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably. I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We still have an issue on northbound 94, right about at the airport spur. We have a crash. Now, everything is off on the left shoulder, so we do still have delays coming up from College Avenue. Just keep that in mind if you're going to be heading through there. Also, more delays heading right through the Mitchell interchange onto 894 westbound. Stretches all the way to 68th Street. We've got big delays on the bypass from the Zoo interchange, pretty much all the way down and around the Hale interchange to Forest Home. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, scattered rain or isolated thunder showers, mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 37. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning rain-snow mix, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 43. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's Faison who rises up, throws it down. Faison Fields is a man possessed.
Faison Fields and the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team take on Northern Kentucky this Friday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at Panther Arena. From clutch three-pointers to rim-rattling dunks to game-changing blocks, you'll experience all the action. Ticket prices start at just $23. Help tilt the floor this Friday at 7. Visit mkepanthers.com for tickets. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
You're going to be happy, happy, happy.
and with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
Or a better diamond.
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
'26 can be the year that you reclaim your life, reclaim that pain-free living, and reclaim your active self with QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. That means they use cellular treatments to be able to take that pain away, allow for inflammation to decrease, and be able to get you feeling back to the way you did before you had that pain. Say goodbye to the 3 to 6 months recovery. Say goodbye to the pain. Say goodbye to the invasive surgery, and say hello to the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, who is here to give you pain-free living in those joints for the long term. 2026 can be the year when you start moving again. A pain-free life. You owe it to yourself to have a clean slate in this year and to take that step that you've been putting off for way too long. So don't wait. Get your free consultation where they're going to diagnose you. They're going to put you on a personal path to a pain-free life. And QC Kinetics is going to give you that life you wanted and you've been waiting for way too long. Get that joint pain fixed with QC Kinetics and give them a call today for that free consultation. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. We teased it, and we're going to deliver it. We were talking ball, getting ready for Saturday, Packers, Bears, and it led to something we've done in the past. Typically, looking ahead in different scenarios of where the seed would be. And I'd actually love to look back. I think this was probably the second best or second most run simulation that the Packers, Bears would be playing, either at Lambeau or Soldier Field.
It was the most likely.
I thought most likely was Packers at home.
Well, it was this matchup was most likely, I guess.
Well, regardless, Strofe, just take it away.
When the data gets dense, when the decimals demand justice, when one man dares to calculate it all, it's Brad Nerdman on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Well, no Brad Nerdman today, but you get his sidekick.
Nerdman.
Strovis,
yeah, that's right.
Strovis.
That's right. We ready to go?
You tell us, man.
Always for Nerdman.
Kyle seems thrilled.
I kicked it up a notch today. 200,000 simulations.
Quite a bit there.
That is a sample size.
Might as well quadruple it. Let's go. From 50 to 200.
All right, boys.
Nerdman.
Here's the result you want. I don't know if I like this. Packers win 51% of the time.
Oh, Okay.
51?
It's 51-49.
Yeah, I mean,
the odds reflect it. It's basically a pick 'em.
No Micah Parsons, no Tucker Kraft, cold and snow in Chicago more than likely. 51%, 49%. Here we go. Okay.
What's wrong?
I'm nervous.
Breathing pretty heavy back there.
About 6 of every 10 simulations end in a one-score game. The blowouts are very rare.
Well, that's what happened in real life.
The most common final score is low to mid-20s for both teams. So think 24-23, 23-21, 22-20, something like that. Weird score. Very close. Late possession, late kick, late mistake is what's going to end this game.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It just sounds like somebody's going to be really, really upset.
Here's what the simulation tells me. If you're asking who's better on paper, the answer doesn't matter. Okay?
The simulation says that?
I'm going to say that to you again. If you're asking who's better on paper, the answer does not matter. What the math and the simulations tell me after sifting through the data of 200,000 simulations.
Nerd man.
It's going to come down to a red zone snap or a 3rd and long or Caleb Williams making a mistake or the throw.
What about field goal kicking?
Exactly.
Things
like that.
What about onside kicks?
Exactly. Things like, well, maybe not that, but other things.
Exactly.
Fumbled quarterback snaps.
Right.
Red zone fumbles.
Yeah.
So basically, don't do what you did the second time around and don't make mistakes. Margins are thin.
The margins are
basically
thin.
Everything we've talked about is in the Monte Carlo.
And this is I'm not done, Kyle. Would you relax over there? I'm not done with the Monte Carlo. 200,000. Kyle, relax.
It's 200,000 simulations.
Kyle, kick your feet up a while. Stay a while. Take your shoes off. We're hanging out. We're talking ball. 200,000 simulations. All right. The most common occurrence that popped up in the simulation is a Packers early lead and the Bears having the ball late, whether that results in a Bears win or a Packers win. That happened in 34% of the simulations.
34% of the time, the Bears have the ball while the Packers are up, and Jeff Hafley's defense without Micah Parsons is out there.
Correct. So it'd be an early lead, something in the world of 14-6 or 10-3.
What?
What do you mean? What? Sit down. Listen. So usually the most common thing you see in 34% of simulations is the Packers lead by somewhere between 3 to 7 points in the fourth quarter. How uncomfortable does that make you? Kyle, you can talk now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's just what it has been in the last couple times
it's literally like the Monte Carlo has affirmed it all.
Kyle, shut up. I asked you a question, you didn't answer the question.
Don't say shut up.
Whoa, it's all cool until you say
shut up.
Okay,
Shut up is a little too far.
Kyle, shut your trap because I asked you a question, you didn't answer the question.
What did
I
you
said,
ask?
how uncomfortable does that make you? And then you started talking. The second most common.
Luckily, he's just a goofball and he can get away with it.
Ben, you too, man. Brad, you're doing a great job, nerd man.
Jarvis,
nerd man.
Script number 2, most likely. I don't like this one. 29% of simulations, the Bears fall behind, then claw back.
Claw back.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait,
appreciate that.
didn't they fall behind and claw back in the first script?
But the first script, 34% of simulations, the Packers win, but the Bears have the ball at the end of the game. 29% of the simulations, this is a separate of the 34% of the simulation, the Bears' offense struggles early and the crowd gets upset. In fact, of the 29% of the simulations, 11% of the 29% results in the fans booing the Bears when they go to the locker room at halftime.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
This is how specific my Monte Carlo is. I definitely didn't make that up off the top of my head.
You've worked on this Monte Carlo.
So that's telling me that 63% of the Monte Carlo simulation
has the Packers up at the end.
Yes,
and the Bears have the ball.
So we often talk about how the Bears set the record. 6 fourth quarter come from behind victories this NFL season.
Yes. Yeah.
63% of these scripts have that in play?
20. Well, no. The 34 is Packers win. The 29.
I know, but 63% of the scripts have the Packers up at the end.
I want you to understand this is the Monte Carlo saying this is not me, what I'm about to say. Okay, this is not Strophus. This is not Alex Strofe. This is the Monte Carlo saying this.
Never lies.
If the Bears win, it's probably not clean. It's messy early, then gutsy late. It is your second-year quarterback grows up in real-time moment.
Oh, wow. Could you imagine that moment to be against the Packers?
Yeah.
The fork in the road,
It
the
made
turning
me
point.
sick to my stomach.
The boy becomes a man.
The least likely script, less than 10% combined, no matter the result of the game, is a blowout. That is a win by double digits. A 10-point win or more, less than 10% of the simulations. 200,000 of them ran, fellas. 200,000 of them ran.
Use this. Nerd man.
And pick some Potawatomi stuff.
Well, the Packers probably in that 10% were the team that more likely was picked to win by double digits, right?
Yes.
What was that?
The Packers were more than likely out of that 10% of the games that were double-digit victories.
It's split right up the middle, 51-49.
Oh, still.
And it's less than 29%, or excuse me, it's less than 10% of the results. So, the most likely version, just to recap, of this game has the Packers slightly ahead early, the Bears hanging around, and the entire season will come down to one drive at the end of the game. That is the most likely scenario.
Jeff Hafley,
And it's most likely
I hope
that
you're
that one
locked
drive-
in.
Most likely that one drive is indeed conducted by the Chicago Bears.
Is everybody going to be uncomfortable? The answer is yes.
Is that in the Monte Carlo?
100% yes.
Did the Monte Carlo simulate the handshake between LaFleur and Ben Johnson at the end of the game on how warm or not or cold it would be?
It did not simulate the handshake. However, it said in about 64% of simulations that the Packers' warmers, the heaters on the sideline, will be working.
Oh,
64%.
good. Hopefully.
That's not nearly high enough, though.
The NFL needs to investigate that and make sure it is. Because if they're not working, they need to
my
switch them.
father was very upset about that. He said the game should have been suspended until they were operational.
Oh, your dad's one of those guys, huh?
Actually, NFL rules stipulate that whatever the home team has on their side, the away team must have on the other side. And we thought about this sometimes when we were playing in certain games or whatever. Like, for instance, like playing in warm weather, Jacksonville,
Tampa or Miami.
We would question, do we want the big fans? Do we want things like that? Because if we don't get them, then the opposing team doesn't get them. So, therefore, the Packers at a competitive disadvantage based on the NFL rules if and when their heaters
Let's not
go
act
out.
like the Packers haven't played in Lambeau Field.
No, he's talking about competitive
or at
disadvantage
least attempting to.
I'm saying if
it
the
goes
Packers heaters go out and the Bears stay on, the Bears should, by rule, have to flip theirs off until the Packers start working again.
Because you know the Bears going to have the heaters because
So
they're
that's the
soft.
policy's perspective so we can get to the league.
I will.
No,
I will.
The heaters better be working or it will be all hell will break loose.
Those heated benches are so delightful. They are so delightful.
Says the punter.
Yeah, I sit on it
Sit
most
on
of
a
the
lot.
game. I would know.
How you keep your legs strong?
Actually, you're an expert in this.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
You
I
have
do
on
that.
pants too? In cold weather games, had on pants?
I wouldn't do the pants. I didn't like the pants. I had the big parka, though. The
All
big
right.
parka.
No one
Was
cares
it
how you
warm?
stayed warm on
Yeah,
the
the warm.
sideline.
I would hang out by the big jet engine that's right there. Put my helmet over the thing you do is you put
Wait a
the
minute, let's hear
helmet
it.
over the jet engine for like 4 seconds. So when you pop it on your head, it's not hard as can be.
So you go punt and go sit back down. Shout out to Sam on the Carbless Talking text line who is on Clemson -3.5. That is a Ben Brust best bet winner. That is 1-0 in 2026. But it's time now for more Alex Strofe on the Wheel of Strofe coming up next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
No more accidents around the area, so that's good. We've got southbound 43, though, backing up from Keith all the way down through the Marquette interchange. You'll be back on the brakes from about Beecher down towards the Howard Avenue area, so just be extra careful with that. Northbound's backed up through the Marquette all the way up to Keith. Westbound 94, we're seeing delays basically from just before 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's got some backups in Waukesha County from Highway F all the way to Calhoun. Back on the brakes from just before 84th Street to about Holly Road and again through the Stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, scattered rain, isolated thunder showers, mostly cloudy and breezy with a low of 37. Tomorrow, slight chance for morning rain snow mix, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 43. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga on 94.5 ESPN.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO with Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
As of Thursday morning, there's 8 head coaching vacancies in the NFL following the conclusion of the regular season. A popular name to fill one of those slots, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, who told reporters Wednesday, right now, it's all about the green and gold, at least until the season comes to a close.
I'm just honored to be in those. I think right now with all that stuff, it can be a distraction, so I'm trying to lock in on these playoffs and do the best that we can, and then whenever that time comes, we'll figure it out and go from there.
For now, Hafley's focus is on what was the NFL's third best rushing offense in the Chicago Bears. I'm Alex Strofe.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Your New Year routine just got a major refresh thanks to Carbless. Staying mindful, Carbless has 0 sugar and 0 carbs. Watching calories? We've got you covered. Still want something bold and delicious? Well, that's our specialty at Carbless. Whether you're out celebrating or settling into post-holiday goals, Carbless keeps things light, fun, and completely guilt-free. Start your 2026 with flavor and no compromise. Celebrate the new year with bold flavor, 0 guilt, and a drink that keeps things light. Happy New Year from Carbless. Let's make your new year feel flawless.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's the time of year when salt, grime, all the stuff from the roads is getting on your car. Don't let it ruin your ride any longer. You paid too much money for it, so you deserve to have the best possible wash, and that's only at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Tsunami Express, the premier car wash that you've been looking for both on the inside and the outside, to make you feel like you just drove your car off the lot. My car, almost 10 years old, but boy, oh boy, every time I drive through, it feels like it's a brand new car inside and out, and now is the time to go check out Tsunami Express. There's locations all across southeastern Wisconsin, and you can become a member like me, to where you can go every single day if you want to. I myself am a ceramic member, get to take advantage of the high-end wash that Tsunami Express has, so no matter if I get it cleaned, and then more salt's on the road, I can go the next day, day after day after day, to make sure I am looking good. They're all over the place. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, Mount Pleasant, and now Wauwatosa. There's a Tsunami Express near you. So don't wait any longer. Use the state-of-the-art wash technology for that long-lasting shine and protection where you can experience the wash, chill, and repeat that Tsunami Express offers you.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock in the 414 hour at 4. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, we're all here.
This is a different way to open the Wheel of Strofe.
We've done it sometimes. You just don't pay attention until you're asked a question. And it's time to pass it over to Alex Strofe for the Wheel of Strofe.
Another day, another macaroni! Here on the Wheel of Strofe. How's that go?
I don't know, but between you two being out,
He's starting to get annoyed.
These you and him.
What the hell did I do?
Shut up, Kyle.
You were cramping my style, man. Cramping my style. Time now for the Wheel of Strofe. Let's spin the wheel.
Cool glasses, bro.
Wheel of
Strofe!
What's that supposed to mean, punk? Nice sweater, Carl Winslow.
This isn't even a Carl Winslow sweater.
I've gotten a couple of those on the Carlos Talking text line.
Listen, the ladies have told me they love the sweater, minus Maddie Hayes. And our VP and market manager.
All right, today, happy birthday to the deceased king of rock, Elvis Presley.
Oh,
would have been 91 years old today. Hey, Benny.
Dang, that's it?
Benny.
Yeah.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Crying all the time. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Hey, crying all the time.
You got it from here.
Ain't never gonna, ain't no friend of mine.
Trash. Let Elvis.
And
sing
today,
that song.
I'd like to recognize something we've
What a way to ruin his memory.
Exactly.
On his birthday.
On his birthday.
Today, I'd like to recognize something we've recognized before on this show, and that would be the Elvis Presley Memorial Stone located in Madison,
On the
Wisconsin.
east side?
On the east side of Madison. Here,
Once a year.
I have never read the stone before, so I'm just going to read it verbatim.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go.
Is that a gas station, right?
Former gas station. The gas station no longer exists.
Oh, no.
On this site, the corner of Highway 51, also known as Stoughton Road, and East Washington Avenue around 1 a.m. on June 24th, 1977. Elvis Presley was riding in the second of two limousines, which had stopped for a red light. He was coming from a concert in Des Moines and had just arrived in Madison. Elvis noticed a young teen on the ground being beaten by two other youths here at the former Skyland service station. Elvis jumped out of his limo and moved quickly to the fight scene. They admitted later that they knew it was the legendary Elvis Presley who was standing in front of them in his classic karate stance, saying, "I'll take you on." After a few classic karate moves by Elvis, the youths recognized him, stood, and shook hands and promised to stop fighting. Elvis asked, "Is everything settled now?" Elvis was on his way to the Sheraton in his last Madison appearance.
He died in 1977.
He died 52 days later on August 16th, 1977.
That is crazy. That is such a crazy story.
We relive it every year
What a
on his
superhero.
birthday here on Kyle
As
Brust
we
Nortman.
should. What a superhero himself.
I'll never forget where I was. I was in my car on the corner of Stoughton Road and East Washington, and I was looking at my maps. And it's an Elvis Presley Karate Memorial Site. And I said, what in the hell does that mean?
Karate Memorial
And
Site.
I determined that I later figured out that this stone existed. And that's how I choose to remember Elvis. So my question to you fellas is, how do you choose to remember Elvis?
Every year that we do this,
he did die on the toilet.
He did die on the toilet.
Had a heart attack.
Yeah.
He got big in the end, didn't he?
pushing a little
did
too
get
hard
big.
like Austin Powers?
Well, I think
Who does number two work for?
I think
Been there.
he was on some hard drugs that resulted in a level of constipation.
Let's stick to the stone.
So wait, he was.
I think so.
And he,
No, so Strofe and I ruined
Wait a minute,
Elvis on
wait
his
a minute.
birthday. You're
He
going
was
through his
only
constipation.
42 years old.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, man. It's a tough life.
Wheel of Strofe!
Wheel of Strofe!
Good spin.
Yes!
Oh.
Hung on by a thread. We're good. All right, I got two things left for you.
Why are you so afraid of exercise?
That's a good point. It's 20 push-ups, and the guy goes, "Yes."
I got two quick things for you. All right, this one's fast. National Bubble Bath Day today, January 8th. When's the last time you took a bubble bath?
A bubble bath? Oh, gosh.
I don't know.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Hotel room, maybe?
Ew! You nasty freak, you!
Motel 6 hotel room.
You don't take baths in hotel baths.
Sure. Dude, I stayed in a hotel room once. The bathtub was directly next to the bed. That was awesome.
Was it a heart shape?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's disturbing.
What was the lucky lady's name?
Did you bathe in it?
Yeah, what was her name?
He didn't bathe in it. He did something else. A lot of splashing. Split splash. Yeah, we're taking the bath.
Turn the jets on.
Quick bath.
Ducks coming out of those jets.
Yes.
How long was the bath? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
30 seconds.
Shut up, Kyle.
Jump in, jump out. Went straight to sleep after.
So when's the last time you guys took a bubble bath?
Dude, I couldn't tell you, man. Like, sorry, I don't go around thinking like.
Will!
It's not a common conversation.
Will stuff.
Bubble. I thought it was two things.
This is the second.
College football playoff semifinal.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Miami, tonight. Who you got?
Tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
tonight.
What?
They're avoiding.
That's awesome.
They're avoiding the NFL playoffs. So one tonight, one tomorrow. Who you got tonight? Ole Miss, Miami.
I like Ole Miss. I think their story is awesome. They're galvanized. They're clearly got a ton of talent. Give me the Rebels in Ole Miss.
Oh, check out the lines right now. Yeah, I like the plus 3.5 for the Rebels.
I'm going to go with, Miami's favorite. I'm going to go with Miami. I mean, they had tough matchups, and they were able to get through that. The defense was stellar, absolutely stellar against Ohio State. And they're playing with a little bit of edge. Mario Cristobal is a hell of a coach, and he's got those boys going. A good quarterback who's been there before, even though he looks funny looking. But they're a good football team, and I'm going with Miami. Does he not look funny?
Okay, we're going to talk about Fernando Mendoza's post-game interviews. They're hilarious.
Yeah, he seems like 10
I feel like this is for the next game. It's like a don't overthink it for me. Like, this is just the year of Indiana, and they're -4, and I'm going to lay it, and I'm just going to watch Indiana win this entire thing.
There was a college football expert.
I missed when I asked about that.
There's a known... A college football expert said that if it wasn't Indiana and it was any other like blue blood program, we'd be talking about this team as being one of the best teams in college football history.
And this is why y'all need to not let Luke Fickell off the hook, because look what Indiana was able to do.
Mason Posta says they're going to go to the playoffs. That's where his sights are set on.
The child is a little delusional, but that's okay.
Oh, wow.
Their schedule stinks, and they're bringing in a lot of players, so I can't knock what they're doing.
I'm sorry.
They're gonna.
But the question is, do you believe that Luke Fickell can coach the team to 9 wins?
You said their schedule stinks. The Badgers stink. What are you talking about?
They did stink. It's a year-over-year roster turnover.
They literally have got starters at every position.
Dude, since Homer, who's joined us right now, had Ted Kellner on with us and for him, Ted Kellner said they were going to top 3 in spending. They lost guys in the portal. They have built their team through the portal. The next question is, not from a Ted Kellner and Homer interview, do you believe that Luke Fickell can mold the team together to put a product on the field?
They had the 8th best transfer portal in 2023 when his first season, and look how that ended in 7-5. It is not about the players. It is about the coach.
Find out together.
Whoever had that list is an idiot. Whoever had them that high in the transfer portal should be fired. Nothing. That's like picking Bermuda to lead the world. There's no way they could have known what they're talking about because they had no money. You couldn't have a transfer portal that good. Whoever ranked them that high, idiots. And should be told that by everyone in the world.
They got multiple 4-star guys.
Doesn't matter. They had nobody. I don't care what they start.
So now it means something.
Yes, because they're paying players.
They were paying players.
No, they were not.
Yes, they
were not.
Yes, they were paying players.
His cousin was on the team.
What are you talking
about?
They
were bottom. They're paying less. They were bottom 3rd in the Big Ten.
Whoa.
So who did they bring in now that you're so excited
all
about?
These guys.
The 18th,
all of them.
the 18th ranked quarterback in the transfer portal? What are we talking about?
All of them.
He's 18th.
How many wins are they going to have next year?
They're probably going to have 6 or 7.
And how many did they have last year?
Oh my gosh, 6 or 7 is that's
7.
That is
Hey, hold on, look at me. If I had half a head of hair, that'd be a lot of hair.
Homer,
for me.
Guess what?
They had 4 wins last year. They're going to go to 7.
6 or 7 wins doesn't do anything for you.
Yes, it does.
No, it's because everybody's going to transfer again. You're doing
no,
this.
they're not because they're paying players.
They're going to leave.
Homer and Kyle's podcast is coming out next week about Badger football team. I am currently in the process of switching over to Grimal and Associates, and I can tell you it has been something that like you think is daunting. It's something like you want to do potentially. You're just like going through the motions with whoever you have as your insurance provider, and it's like, all right, I'll just renew. But now I understand that they broke everything down compared to where I was with my prior service, and the cost savings are there. The experience with their team is amazing. Like, look at the follow-ups. It's not annoying. It's there, so you can get everything done. I'm going to have savings and better coverage with Grimal and Associates because they've been doing this for 30-plus years. Mandy has been amazing. Amazing. Met with her for coffee multiple times, and then it just got to the point where I was like, I'd be stupid not to work with Mandy and Grimal and Associates, so you should do the same. TeamGrimal.com, Team GRAMOLL.com, American Family Insurance Back Service, the guidance, the expertise, the people that are there for you on their team at all times, no outsourced call center, it's local, it's there for you. Grimal and Associates, check them out, TeamGrimal.com, Team GRAMOLL.com. Brian Balaga, next, and then Kyle and Homer, maybe, to start of the Homer Hour.
This is Kyle, Brust Nortman, KBN.
Let's go, Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all. I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Faison who rises up, throws it down. Faison Fields is a man possessed.
Faison Fields and the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team take on Northern Kentucky this Friday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at Panther Arena. From clutch three-pointers to rim-rattling dunks to game-changing blocks, you'll experience all the action. Ticket prices start at just $23. Help tilt the floor this Friday at 7. Visit MKEPanthers.com for tickets. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. Well, you made it. 2025 is in the books. Or is it? Are your books ready for 2026? Have you been able to plan for 2026 growth? If you feel like you are running your business on a wing and a prayer, let us help you make sense of your numbers and get your business in financial shape to move forward in 2026. Don't be stuck in the past trying to clean up your books. Get a head start on making 2026 your best year yet. Make the new tax laws work for you to put more money in your pocket. Call us now to see what your business can do. The first meeting is free. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040. Or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
Start the year moving, not hurting. If your joint pain has been slowing you down, then listen up. There is a way to get real relief without surgery, without downtime, and without putting your life on hold. Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics here in Milwaukee offer regenerative treatments designed to help your body repair the areas causing pain. Knees, hips, shoulders, or back, wherever it hurts. Instead of an invasive operation that takes you out of commission for months, these treatments are done right in the office. You walk in, you walk out, and you get on with your day. No 3 to 6 months recovery. Picture this instead. You're moving better, you're feeling stronger, actually planning the year that you want because you finally took care of that pain the smart way. Game-changing regenerative treatment from QC Kinetics. January is your clean slate, so make it count. Call now for your free consultation at QC Kinetics. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brian Balaga joining us here before the Homer Hour. Let's get to him. It's Kyle Brust Nortman. What's up, Brian?
Not much. How we doing, guys?
Doing pretty good. Look, I asked this question to Jason, and I'd love your opinion. Where is the edge in this game, as the defenses are pretty similar, lack pass rush, and since the Carolina game, the run defense has been that great for the Packers. Just from your perspective, where do you find the edge heading into Saturday?
On the defensive side of the ball?
Just in general. Like, where do you find it?
In general, I mean, I think it's going to have to come down to quarterback play for me and which quarterback performs the best. And I think I get Jordan Love hasn't played in a little while. What has it been? 3 weeks now. He hasn't played any ball, but if he's able to start fast and be sharp, I mean, I like our quarterback play better than theirs. I think you can rely on Jordan Love more than you can Caleb Williams, and I think that's going to be the difference in this game.
I want to ask you a question. Do you agree that if LaFleur hadn't done such a terrible job, the Packers would have the home field and not the Bears? I mean, all they had to do was win the last 2 games.
Yeah, and they didn't try against Baltimore.
Right, and the intensity was weird against the Ravens.
Right, the defense was not into it, and that's. So, I mean, the Packers should be playing at home. Correct? We all agree.
I do.
Okay.
I don't know what happened against the Ravens.
I mean, I'm not sure what happened against the Ravens either. That was bad. It was really bad. I think once they lost to Chicago in that fashion, I think the sails were let out a little bit, unfortunately, and it's hard to bounce back from that. And whether you rally the troops and get them excited or this and that, once they got punched in the mouth a couple times against Baltimore and Derrick Henry, it looked like it was kind of done there.
Right, which means this game is somewhat meaningless because the Packers have no chance of winning in Seattle. And that's all the result of not getting the field.
No chance.
Zero.
They'll be
Zero's crazy.
You know what it's like? It's exactly like the Brewers.
No.
No,
You think the Seattle's like
not the Dodgers.
the Dodgers level?
The Dodgers are already world champions.
Sam Darnold's not Shohei Ohtani. I'm sorry.
He is not.
It's like you're saying he's like
not even
Brady.
Blake Snell.
No, it's because of their defense, not even their offense. Their offense has to do nothing.
Made a good run game too.
Yes, that too. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they get through this one, that they're definitely
No, Brian,
Seattle.
zero.
I'm told I can't do zero.
Yeah, that's why I did it again.
1% chance. That's true.
I mean, listen, as tough as Seattle's defense is, and that stadium, it's not a great stadium to play in. I know that very well. Offensively, Seattle, I mean, I think Green Bay can play with Seattle. You know what I mean? I think they can slow down Darnold and that offense. Enough. It'll be a low-scoring game, but I think they can slow them down enough that maybe Green Bay can put something together, right? I mean, listen, I can't really worry about Seattle right now when you're playing Chicago this week. Like you can't worry about that right now. You just have to focus on the task at hand, and that's like beat Chicago, right? I mean, you can't worry about trying to beat a team that they're not even playing yet. So just focus on the task at hand, and when you go play the 1 seed, if you do, then you attack that issue when it arises. But to think you can't beat the next team before you've even played the first team, I mean, what's the point
football
of that
guy, 1-0 each week.
Yeah,
one game at a time.
Brian. That's a focused, locked-in man.
Yeah.
He can focus all he wants. Doesn't change.
Brian,
Man, I thought you were Homer, not like.
Oh,
He says he's Homer, but he's not stupid.
First rule of Homerism: I am a Homer, but I'm not an idiot.
I mean,
this irritates me because this is all existing because of LaFleur screwing up again, not able, and we didn't know for sure that the Bears were going to lose to, but.
We talked about it enough that it was
a tough couple
there.
games.
And yes,
49ers
of course, you don't look ahead to Seattle. I mean, the win over the Bears would be just like the Brewers win over the Cubs. Spectacular. No one will ever take that away.
There we go, Homer.
Yes.
Back on track.
Yeah, totally. But I want big picture, and people have not discussed. This is all existing because of LaFleur screwing up again and making this team
Yeah,
for the last
I guess
3 years
I'm not
fire Matt
nothing
LaFleur
special.
now.
No, I didn't say fire him.
Yeah, he screwed up again.
I didn't ask me if he should be fired.
He should not be.
He should not be
Doctor,
fired.
go
Should
ahead.
he be given an extension?
Give it to Doctor. Give it to Doctor. He wants to react.
Can you, I just want to know. I just want to know what LaFleur screwed up against Chicago. In Chicago,
I'll ask you.
Nothing. I mean, what did he? I mean, the quarterback got knocked out in the second quarter,
and the quarterback that came in was spectacular.
Yeah.
Did Matt LaFleur fumble in the red zone? Did Matt LaFleur botch the
Again,
onside
I
kick?
will defer to Blue Laga, and when you have a coach where there's some level of consistency of screw-ups, specifically special teams, that eventually happens to fall on the head coach. If it happens on a regular basis, I'll defer to you and the punter as well. When consistently bad things occur, it's on...
Thanks, Homer.
What do you mean? We're in the NFL.
You hate punters. I listened to you and Balaga. You guys basically...
Yes, because the punter's different. You know it. I know it. I just say it.
Homer thinks they should get rid of punters.
I mean,
I heard you about that.
No, I would have them punt out of bounds on every punt.
That's so easy to do.
Well, I
No,
want to hear
you're
Brian
good
say
enough
it.
to do it. No, I have more respect for punters than you do. Yes, if you had to do it, you would learn to do it and do it well.
It's way too hard to ask to do every time.
Okay.
Homer
Sorry,
and Brian.
sorry, Brian.
Wow, that
Coming
really
up next in 2 minutes.
We have some delays along southbound 41 starting at Silver Spring, stretching all the way down